Bob Hayes, bringing you a great Friday night of basketball here on Don Parson Court, and what is the second meeting of a home-and-home matchup in the 7th District between your Caldwell County Lady Tigers and the Madisonville North Hopkins Lady Maroons and Maroons. And should be an excellent matchup tonight coming into this game. The girls will be the ones to get it kicked off, and overall, Bob, really a wide-open 7th District.
It's wide open. It's wide open. I'm not sure whether I'm on, Eric. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Dawson even has a competitive team. Hopkins Central, the Lady Tigers went down to them the other night by 3 points. We lost to Madisonville North a couple of weeks ago by 3 points. And it's an even race on the girls' side. The boys' side's a little bit different. We'll see that later on here tonight with the Madisonville boys really playing well and really with a fine assembling of talent, height, speed, shooting, what you'd want in a basketball team. But one thing to note right now for the Lady Tigers, we're going to be shorthanded tonight with one of our starters, Peyton Young, being out, and will be out for a couple of weeks with the dreaded high ankle sprain.
Yes.
Certainly we'll miss her. Last Tuesday night in Princeton, 6 3-pointers in the game for Peyton, and we need all the shooting ability we can do to be a really competitive team. We know tonight that in her place, Carson Parker will be getting the start. So good news for that young lady who's worked hard, has a real promising future in front of her, and the world is there for her to take, so to speak.
And it should be an excellent matchup, as we mentioned. The last time they played at the CAB at Caldwell County High School, the Lady Tigers came away with a 58-44 win. It was a very competitive game all the way to the end. But the Lady Tigers will hope to repeat that to kind of get an idea of where we stand so far in the district. Currently, it's Hopkins County Central leading the race. Caldwell County, if it ended today, would be the number 2 seed, Madisonville North the 3rd, and Dawson Springs the 4th. But really, the future of the Lady Tigers, their fate is in their hands, as they'll have the opportunity to even up the win-loss column with Hopkins Central later on this season.
You're exactly right, Eric. As we said earlier in the broadcast, it's wide open, so any team that gets hot can really do wonders in that 1 week of time, and we certainly hope it's the Lady Tigers, and being 2 weeks away almost, to me, signals the return of Peyton Young back to the lineup, so we won't be absent her. And we're about ready to have the introductions here in Maroon Gym, Don Parson Court.
Welcome to Madisonville Hopkins High School basketball.
And the starting lineup's about to be introduced. First for the the visiting Lady Tigers.
At guard, sophomore, number 12, Lucy Goffinet.
Lucy Goffinet getting the start. Number 12.
And forward, sophomore, number 20, Bella McConnell.
Bella McConnell, the second Lady Tiger out.
21, sophomore, Jada Boyd.
Jada Boyd next out, number 21.
Number 31, J.C. Jagger.
J.C. Jaggers, number 31.
Forward, freshman, number 33, Carson Parker.
And number 33, Carson Parker, a freshman, getting the start for the Lady Tigers. And now for the homestanding Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons. A little music beginning to lead into the introductions. No smoke yet, no darkness. Some choreography, I think, but and the first Maroon out is number 10, Keely Ashby. Next out is number 13, Kara Franklin, followed up by Cameron LaGrange, number 22. And number 32 coming out is Lindsay Payton, followed by Courtney Payton. Those are your 5 starters for the North Hopkins Maroons. Teams are at their respective benches getting final instructions. Referees are now waiting toward their positions, and we're ready for basketball action here at exactly 6:02 p.m. on February the 2nd. Ladies at the court now, and to take us through the first quarter, my broadcast partner, Eric Jacobs. I can't hear.
Well, as Carson Parker to take the tip. We are all set for the second of a home of a 7th district showdown. Ball's up. Initial tip won by the Lady Tigers. It's going to come to Jada Boyd. She'll go right side to Goffinette. Goffinette gets it to McConnell. Kicks it out to Goffinette. She'll drive baseline back to McConnell. Jumper just below the left or right elbow. No good. It's going to be rebounded by Lindsay Payton. Heading the other way is LaGrange. LaGrange will get it over right side to Courtney Payton. Payton into the right corner, gets it back. They'll look to work it around the horn to the left side. It's going to be driven in by LaGrange. Pass back out. She'll receive it. A long 2 taken, connects. And Madisonville North Hopkins with the early 2-0 lead. Toes just across that perimeter line, saved the extra point for the Lady Tigers.
That basket by Cameron LaGrange. Madisonville working the ball nicely.
Caldwell County now in possession. Here's Parker, double team. Then we get it to Boyd. Boyd goes into the right wing. Now we'll return it. Looks for a cross-court pass to Jaggers into the corner. Down low, now we'll go to Goffinette, and Goffinette able to answer with a quick 2 for the Lady Tigers. Quick ball movement, able to find the opening right below the basket.
We spread the court really well on that and made nice passes.
Here's Payton. She will return it to Lindsay Payton. Pass is going to be tipped. Corralled by Carson Parker. She'll get it to Jada Boyd. Boyd quickly to Jaggers for 3. Just off the mark. Contested rebound. It's going to be snatched away by Ashby. She'll hand it back to LaGrange. LaGrange across midcourt. Gets it to Payton for 3. In and out. Ashby able to get the rebound. Misses the putback. Second attempt. This one's going to be good and connected by Kara Franklin. Madisonville North now leads 4-2, 6:12 to go in this first quarter at Maroon Gym in Madisonville, Kentucky. Here's Parker, double team, gets it to Boyd. Top of the key to McConnell. She'll return it to Boyd. Now left wing for Jaggers. Jaggers holds into the corner for Parker. She'll get it. Lady Tigers look to work it to the far right side for Goffinette. Long 2 taken. This one off the mark. Good hustle play there by Goffinette. Just wasn't quite able to corral it, and that ball's going to come out for North Hopkins possession. Both of these teams very familiar with each other. So looking to get that edge in what's an ever important second district matchup between the two. North rotated around. 3 is going to be taken by Franklin. High arcing ball off the mark. Ashby able to get the rebound. Put back is in, and Madisonville North now leading 6-2. 5:28 to go in this first quarter. Lady Tigers on the attack. Get it to Goffinette, now to Boyd. Boyd some space, finds Parker. Parker underneath the basket, able to get the left hand and in, cuts the deficit to 2. 5:15 to go. Franklin quickly across midcourt, gets it to Payton. Payton will return it to Lindsay Payton. Payton over to Franklin. They'll go into the corner. Now back to Franklin. They'll work it around the horn to the right wing. Payton holds. We'll get it back to Franklin. Franklin looking to drive, is going to be pushed away. Now into the corner. They'll return it top of the key, driving middle of the lane. Pass tried to get a narrow window underneath the basket. It's going to be picked off. Lady Tigers come the other way. Here's Boyd. Her pass is tipped. Contested underneath the basket. They're going to say that last came off the hands of Carson Parker and out for a Lady Maroon ball.
I wish I had a better angle on that. It looked like that was off Madisonville to me.
From the vantage point where we're sitting, right along the floor, opposite of the scorer's table, it's a really unique view, but at times can be a little bit challenging as far as what's going on when you've got a couple people shielding your way. We've got a couple substitutions for the Lady Tigers. Checking in are Hollowell and McDaniels. They'll replace Goffinette and Boyd. Lady Maroons will inbound, 6-4, 4:34. Ball come right side for Peyton. They'll get it to Hunt now in the game for the first time for the Lady Maroons. This is a three taken by Peyton and connects. Courtney Peyton, high arcing shot over the Lady Tiger defender. They now lead 9-4, 4:16 to go in the first. Here's Hollowell, swings it far right side for McDaniels. Back central for Jaggers, she'll return. McDaniels to Jaggers, thinks about going to the left side, will dribble and hands it off to Hollowell. Back to McDaniels. McDaniels pulls up left side of the lane, off the mark. Hunt able to come away with the rebound. Breaking the other way of the Lady Maroons. Quick pass underneath the basket for a wide open Lindsey Peyton. Peyton able to get the two, and that's going to force a 30-second timeout from the Lady Tigers. And Bob, so far, really the first quarter dominated by Madisonville.
They're shooting the ball well, and when they're missing, they've got girls in position to rebound. Our zone is not allowing us to get that inside position, and we've had a couple shots up on the board that could have gone down, but didn't. Madisonville, it's a relatively turnover-free game so far. Madisonville with 2, the Lady Tigers with 1.
And then one positive you've got to think as well, Lady Tigers have a big willingness to shoot tonight, moving the ball quickly, as now we're back in action. Lady Tigers on the attack. There's Jaggers, she'll go to Hollowell. Hollowell back to Jaggers, they'll go to the right wing for McDaniels. This contested pass by Franklin's going to be tipped into the backcourt and then corralled by Jaggers. Jaggers back to Hollowell. She'll hold into the left corner for Parker. Parker needing some help, got to get rid of this ball quickly, and that's going to be forced into a 5-second. And to Parker's defense, I guess you could say, just not a lot of help on that one, being trapped in that corner.
And the more that we ran to her, the more it closed up around her. So if we're going to turn it over, let's throw it length of the floor, so to speak, and see what happens on the other side of the court.
Lady Maroons to inbound. LaGrange going to get it to Hunt. Hunt will hand back to LaGrange. She'll bring it out of the backcourt. LaGrange floats it right underneath the basket for a wide open Lindsey Peyton, using that length just right over the head of McConnell and able to put it away. Maroons up 13-4. 3:07 to go, and this is going to be a turnover from the Lady Tigers. Pass comes off the hands of McDaniels. We call the third turnover of the game. Madisonville only with 2. LaGrange one-on-one with Hollowell, finds some space, is able to get it to Lindsey Peyton. Peyton gives it to Courtney Peyton. Now finds some space, will drive, kicks it off to Hunt, back to LaGrange. LaGrange driving, middle of the lane, right hand up and in. And Madisonville with the hot hand here in this first quarter, now leading by 11, 2:37 to go in the first. Lady Tigers in possession. They'll get it to Parker, to Jaggers. Jaggers hands to Hollowell. Return it to Jaggers, straight away 3. This one's going to be shy off the mark. Hollowell able to get it, but then her shot's blocked. Lady Tigers with the rebound. And off the jump, it's going to be a turnover against Jaggers. Bob, just kind of a sluggish start so far for the Lady Tigers.
And when shots don't go down, Eric, I think that becomes somewhat depressing, demoralizing, especially when the other team is going down and scoring. And we now find ourselves down 11 points.
At 2:14 left in this first quarter. Into the game now is Zeba for the Lady Maroons. We'll hand off to LaGrange. LaGrange driving, contested, right hand, no good, but drew the foul. I believe that foul is going to go against McConnell. And that will be the first foul of the game for either team, will be McConnell's first. And that will send Cameron LaGrange to the line. LaGrange's first of 2, up and in. Coming into this game, LaGrange shooting 62%. Her second, this is the mark, no good. Lady Tigers with the rebound coming back the other way. Get it to McDaniels. McDaniels to McConnell. Top of the key, is going to have that ball stripped. LaGrange coming the other way, throws it up quickly, and that's going to come off the hands of Zeba and out for a Lady Tiger ball. Minute 46 left in this first quarter here at Maroon Gym. Caldwell County down 16-4 in possession of the ball. Comes inside to McConnell, middle of the lane, shots up, this one off the mark. Contested rebound, that's going to be a jump ball. Looks like McDaniels may be in a little bit of pain. Hopefully she's all right, able to run it off. After that jump ball, Madisonville North in possession. They'll bring it the length of the court. LaGrange's pass is going to be tipped, picked up by Jaggers. We've got a 2-on-1, and Jaggers is going to be fouled. Had that ball stripped from behind. That foul is going to go against Cameron LaGrange, will be her first, team's first. Puts Jaggers at the line for 2. Had a number situation on that one. Instead, Jaggers will earn it from the free throw stripe.
That would have been nice to have had a gimme there.
Jaggers connects on her first. We'll be back at the line for a second. Seconds up, connects. Lady Tigers now down 10.
And as it turned out, it was a gimme.
It was a gimme, and that's if you're going to have free throws from the Lady Tigers, Jaggers is one of those names that you want to hear at the line. Pass is going to be tipped. Boyd doing everything she can to try and corral it. Madisonville North able to snatch up the loose ball. Looks like we're going to have a push, a player control foul. That's going to go against Cameron LaGrange. So LaGrange picking up her second foul here in this first quarter. She's now going to be subbed out. And not a bad thing if you are the Lady Tigers coming into this game. It's going to be a shot put up and in by Zeba. Zeba getting her first points of the night. As the Lady Tigers bring it back the other way. 21 seconds left in the quarter. Madisonville North leading 18-6. Here's Boyd, skips it to Jaggers. Into the corner for McDaniels. McDaniels driving baseline, shots up, contested and blocked by Payton. Payton's now going to bring it the other way. Courtney Payton double team, throws the ball up to Hunt. Under a second, last second shot by Hunt off the mark. And after 1 quarter of play, it's all Madisonville North Hopkins who lead 18-6. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and then be back with your second quarter of play. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
This is Gail Sherry. I'm a board member for Community Medical Clinic located at 310 Hawthorne Street in Princeton. Community Medical Clinic's goal is to provide access to excellent health care services that are both convenient and affordable in our local community. Community Medical Clinic is taking new patients every day and walk-ins are welcome. The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to serve you and your family members of all ages. All insurances are welcome, as well as patients with no insurance. Community Medical Clinic, providing health care services at your convenience at no extra cost.
And welcome back here to Maroon Gymnasium, Don Parson Court. Ready for the second quarter of action and play here tonight in the girls' game. Madisonville leading by 12, 18-6 over the Lady Tigers. The Lady Tigers will inbound it here at side mid-court. And for the call of the game, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Lady Tigers down 18-6. After a first quarter that was largely dominated by Madisonville North Hopkins. Lady Tigers in possession. They'll work the ball around the perimeter. They'll swing it to the near left side. Here's Jaggers back to Goffinette. She'll return it. Jaggers looking for 3. Puts it up. This one off the mark. And is going to go out of bounds. Will be Lady Maroon ball. It's kind of an off shooting night so far from beyond the arc.
When we get hot, I think we'll stay hot, but we're getting pretty decent shots at it.
Lady Maroons on the attack.
Our defense has really picked up in intensity.
Hunt double teamed, able to split it. We'll get it to Zeba for 3. This one off the mark. Ashby able to get the rebound. They'll return it to Hunt. Thinks about a 3. Instead gets it to Courtney Payton. She'll try and swing it cross court. Gets it. Underneath the basket, shots put up with the left hand. That's going to be scored by Lindsay Payton. Madisonville extends their lead to 20-6. 6:59 to go in the second quarter. Lady Tigers, they get it to Jaggers. Jaggers right wing to Goffinette. She'll bring it back to the point to Boyd. Skips it left side for Jaggers. Jaggers' pass is going to be tipped. Hollowell able to save it on the baseline. Gets it to McConnell, crashing through the lane, and McConnell makes it a 20-8 deficit. 6:37 to go in the first half. Peyton, cross-court throw for Ziba, gets it to Hunt. She'll drive and is going to be swatted away by Bella McConnell. Lady Tigers looking to capitalize, heading the other way. McConnell caught that pass a little awkwardly, and off the spin, it's going to be called for a traveling violation. So that will head the opposite direction.
And probably would have had a tough shot anyway because she was being defended, but when we make a stop, we've got to be at least get a shot out.
Lady Maroons looking to extend on the lead, instead turn it over. Comes Boyd the other way, two-step along the left side of the lane, is able to put it up and in. Lady Tigers back down to a 10-point deficit. They trail 20-10.
Again, defense is fueling this little comeback.
Ball loose underneath the basket. That was able to be corralled by Kara Franklin.
And when we do knock the ball loose, it seemingly is going to a wide open Maroon.
That one almost looked like it had a magnet on it. Lady Tigers now on the attack, down 12. Boyd cross court for Jaggers, steps in, gets it to Parker. Middle of the lane now to Goff, and that a long two off the mark. Rebounds contested. That's going to be picked up by Courtney Payton. Lindsay Payton, my mistake. She'll give it over to Courtney Payton now. Payton double team, throws this ball errantly. Hunt's going to be able to pick it up. Now to Payton. Payton middle of the lane. Pass is going to be tipped and then picked up by Goffinette. She throws it forward to Parker. Parker left side of the lane, shot just off the mark. Maroons able to snatch the rebound and they're headed the other way. In transition, they quickly get it to Lindsay Payton. Lindsay Payton underneath the basket, able to convert. Madisonville now leads 24-10, 4:52 to go in this first half. Goffinette to Jaggers. She'll return it back, open look for three. Goffinette shot off the mark. Lady Maroons able to snatch away the rebound. Look to counter this quickly. Payton to Franklin. Franklin's going to have that ball tipped out of her hands and out. Will stay with the Lady Maroons. Checking back into the game is Keely Ashby. She'll replace Ziba. Payton to inbound. She'll get it to Lindsay Payton. Returns it to Courtney Payton. Contested three. This one off the mark. Hollowell able to grab the defensive board. Boyd quickly throws it up to Jaggers. Jaggers will return to Boyd. They'll swing it to the right side. Return it back central to Jaggers. Thinks about a three. Instead goes to Goffinette. Skip it down low to Hollowell. Shot from the right side off the mark. Hunt able to get the rebound. Headed the other way. Hunt's going to take it coast to coast with the right hand. Misses the layup. Is able to get her own rebound. Gets it to Courtney Payton. Shot up off the mark. Goffinette with the board. Quickly thrown up the court to Hollowell. Contested shot. It's going to be missed. Parker tried to save that rebound, had a foot on the baseline when she did so, so will be a Madisonville North Hopkins ball. We have a timeout taken, and with that timeout, we'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back for the final 3:50 of this first half. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 FM, The Tiger.
Chances are you're on your way somewhere. And you're on your way somewhere at the same time the cafe is introducing a new menu of recrafted espresso drinks, including the iced caramel macchiato, sweet caramel, drizzled over smooth iced espresso. Now chances are you're on your way to McDonald's. Nothing comes before coffee. Get any small from our new line of recrafted espresso drinks. Cafe quality for just $2. A la carte only. Limited time only at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo meal.
And welcome back to basketball action here. Lady Maroons to inbound it, bring it the length of the floor. This is a game where we're really missing Peyton Young because we're getting some real open, good looks outside. Eric just can't get them to go down.
I was just thinking that off air that has definitely made an impact on the way our offense has been run tonight. Back in action, it's going to be a shot put up middle of the lane and converted by Lindsay Payton. Payton having herself a fantastic first half.
10 points already of the 26 that Madisonville has.
Lady Tigers looking to find something. Some kind of answer. Here's a contested shot put up by McConnell, rebounded by Parker. That shot's going to be tipped and blocked. Loose ball able to be corralled by the Lady Maroons, and then Hunt, errant pass is going to be picked off by Jada Boyd. Boyd to McConnell, shots up off the mark, and just a tough shot. A lot of time that shot being put up in the middle of the lane, but to Madisonville's credit, not giving McConnell anything easy.
No, they're not, and that's one of the situations where you would hope that maybe in practice she would just shoot that ball hard and get it into the square and let it bank in.
And then McConnell on the opposite end picking up the foul. Well, I believe they gave it to Jada Boyd. So Boyd will pick up her first, team second. Lady Maroons in possession. They work it around. Threes put up by Lindsay Payton. And Payton able to convert for three.
Eric?
That one was a pure shot.
It looked like it banked off the backboard a little bit.
The bank has odd hours at times. It's currently closed. It looks like here's McConnell working her way into the lane, throws it up, and that's going to be a charge.
A charge?
Yep, and that's going to go the opposite direction. So that will be McConnell's second foul, will be the team's third.
I'm going to have to buy me a basketball rule book and kind of read up on these things.
Signal to charge. It seemed like, if anything, maybe extended that arm and got a push if that's what they were going with. Here's Lindsay Payton, middle of the lane, no good. That's going to be put up by Keely Ashby and extends the lead now to 31-10 in this game, all Madisonville North Hopkins. Here's Boyd at the point for the Lady Tigers. Looking to create some space, we'll go to Goffinette. Goffinette holds, thinks about driving's pushed away, will return it to the point to Boyd. Boyd holds, goes to Goffinette, high on the right side. Nothing open for her. She'll try and dribble it central. Now gets it to Parker, top of the key. She'll float it back to Goffinette. Now she'll drive baseline. Jumper up, no good, but drew the foul. So Lucy Goffinette will step to the line to take two for the Lady Tigers. That foul going against Kara Franklin will be her first, team's third. And to the line will be Goffinette. Coming into this game, Goffinette only with 6 free throws attempted, shooting 50%. Her first is off the back of the iron, no good. Substitution, Zebo will check into the game. She will replace Kara Franklin. Goffinette second. Up, rattles around the rim, no good. North able to get the rebound, coming the other way. Payton gets it down low to Ashby, tries to feed it across for Hunt. Pass was tipped and finally taken away by the Lady Tigers now in transition. There's Boyd. Boyd able, or having to be backed away rather. She'll dribble right side. Continues to hold, gets it to McConnell. McConnell shot up off the bottom of the rim, no good. It's going to be picked up by Hollowell. Her shot won't fall. McConnell look underneath the basket. Can't get this one to drop either. We got a scrum for the ball underneath the basket. Maroons able to come away with it. Courtney Payton coming the other way, has that ball knocked away by Jada Boyd. Bob, just offensive struggles continuing for the Lady Tigers, still stuck at 10 here with 1:03 left in the first half.
And 2 really decent shots, attempts at the last trip down the floor, just can't get the ball to fall.
Lady Maroons inbound. We're at 1 minute left in this first half. Courtney Payton holding high, met by Parker, able to get it to Lindsay Payton. Payton over for Ashby. Ashby into the corner for Payton. She'll float it underneath the basket, and Hollowell's going to come crashing into the back of Lindsay Payton, and will pick up the foul. Will be Hollowell's first foul, will be the team's fourth. Substitution for the Lady Maroons coming in, I believe it's Gillette. Gillette in for the first time. It's off the inbound Lady Tigers steal. They get it to Goffinette. Goffinette hands it over to Hollowell now for Boyd for a straightaway 3 off the mark. Rebound snatched away by Hollowell. We'll get it to Boyd. She'll drive. Shots up, no good. McConnell for the putback. That one no good. And then underneath the basket, we have a foul called off the rebound. That one will go against Carson Parker. Parker picking up Caldwell County's 5th team foul of the half, will be Parker's first.
I mean, that was just good old-fashioned hardcore rebounding there. No foul there.
We're at 21 seconds left in the first half. Lady Tigers trailing 31-10. Courtney Payton looking to drive, skids out of control, and then we have a jump ball on the right side of the lane. Looks like possession will be with Madisonville North. They will look to extend on this 21-point lead with 13.4 seconds. Payton to inbound. We'll get it to Courtney Payton. 11 seconds. Over to Lindsay Payton underneath the basket. Gillette, she's going to be fouled. Or no?
She was pushed a little bit, but...
Pushed a little bit, but the ball ends up coming for the Lady Tigers. So it's 5 seconds. Pass is going to come off the hands of McConnell. They'll hand to Lindsay Payton. Half-court shot by Payton is up, just off the mark. And after 1 half of play, a sluggish half for the Lady Tigers, who trail 31-10. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break, and then we'll be back with your halftime and get you a couple stats. You've been listening to Lady Tiger basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. The symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat any that will cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
President, this is Jack from First Southern National Bank. I'm excited to share I'm moving my office to our Princeton branch. That means the next time you're looking for a loan, whether big or small, you've got another convenient First Southern location to choose from. Be sure to stop by to see us the next time you're in town. First Southern National Bank has 2 branches in Caldwell County, 1013 West Main and 101 West Washington Street. Visit us online at www.fsmb.net. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409-424, NMLS 1628379.
Good news. Penny Royal Electric is doing it again. Yes, Penny Royal Electric is helping develop the leaders of tomorrow by awarding 14 $1,000 scholarships to students in the Penny Royal Electric Service area, including scholarships to non-traditional students. Details and application forms are available now in each office of Penny Royal Electric in Russellville, Elkton, Hopkinsville, and Peters. You may also print the details and application forms from our website at www.pracc.com. That's www.pracc.com. Please do not wait until the last minute. Applications must be postmarked by April 15, 2018. At Penny Royal Electric, we do more than sell electricity. We are planning and investing in the future by helping develop the leaders of the future. Penny Royal Electric, your touchstone energy cooperative, investing in the future.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And welcome back, where it is halftime here at Maroon Gym at Madisonville North Hopkins High School, where in the 7th District matchup, it's been all Madisonville North so far. They lead 31-10 after 1 half of play, that being led by just an all-around great shooting half. A very stout defense, and just the Lady Tigers really struggling to find the bottom of the basket in that first half of play.
Well, it's been hot. Caldwell County has been cold. We have 4 field goals in the first half, and I would bet we're 4 out of 20, something like that, shooting from the floor 20%, maybe even less than that, because some trips down the floor. We've been able to get off 2-3 shots, and none of them would go down. For the Lady Tigers, their 10 points are spread among 5 players. We have Lucy Goffinet with a field goal, 2 points. Bella McConnell, 2 points on a field goal. Jada Boyd, 2 points on a field goal. J.C. Jaggers, 2 points on 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. And Carson Parker, 2 points on a field goal, total of 10 for the Lady Tigers. And Madisonville, led by a young lady's name you've heard us call several times tonight, Lindsay Payton. 5 2-point field goals, 1 3-pointer, total of 13 points here at halftime, and then it falls off considerably down to Cameron LaGrange with 5 points, 2 field goals, 1 out of 2 from the free throw line. 4 points each for Keely Ashby on 2 field goals, and Kara Franklin also 2 field goals. 3 points each for Courtney Payton, hers on a 3-point field goal, and Caitlin Ziva with the 2 points. A total of 31 points for Madisonville. Madisonville 1 out of 2 from the stripe. Charity stripe. The Lady Tigers 2 out of 4 from the charity stripe in the first half, and this is, if anything's keeping the Lady Tigers in the game, Eric, it's the 11 turnovers that that Madisonville North Hopkins has. The Lady Tigers only have 7, so our woes are not in handling the ball tonight, it's in shooting the ball.
And that's really been the story of the first half. As you mentioned, we've had some really good looks from the outside, just nothing being able to be hit yet, which is really a stark difference from what we've seen in some of the games prior, especially that Hopkins Central game comes to mind, where the 3 is what kept us in that game, and so it almost seems like a case of us living and dying by the 3.
And as we mentioned, and not to belabor the point, with Peyton Young on the sidelines tonight, where's our outside shooting going to come from? We are reluctant, except for a couple Lady Tigers, to shoot that ball from 15, 16 feet. And when we work it inside, we're overmatched with the height advantage goes to Madisonville North. So we've got our work cut out for us, to say the least.
Oh, I apologize. Trying to get it back. I took a nice little shot there on the head.
You're going to go into concussion protocol?
Yeah, might have to take me into the blue tent to look at me. I was not expecting that. I don't know if it was a chair back seat or what.
It was a spectator going behind us with his carrying his chair and or his back support, if you will. And
took a nice little shot to the side of the head on that one.
Eric was only out for about 2 seconds, so not to worry.
But as we talked about for this half, we've really got to find some kind of answer, especially just underneath the basket. What's really killing us is those 2 3-foot shots that we just can't quite get to drop, and some of those contested, some of those not. But you got to think a lot of work's got to be done. You got to come out with some pretty strong defense and offense to come back from a 21-point deficit.
Well, as we also mentioned, our defense picked up considerably better in the half, at least 2/3 of the way through the second quarter. In the second quarter, the Madisonville North only scores 13 points, but we only score 4. So they outscore us 9 points in the second quarter and 12 points in the first quarter. So that's the 21-point margin there. So we did pick it up considerably on defense, and a couple of those baskets that they made, they result of being in the right place at the right time for the Lady Maroons. So not all that worrisome on defense. It's just we can't get the ball in the hole.
And as we mentioned, looking kind of at the district picture, this really shakes things up. If Madisonville can come away with the win in this one, as that would put Caldwell County with 2 losses, Madisonville with 2 losses, and then Central leading the pack only with 1. But that's not to say within this district, pretty evenly matched. I think the only one that's probably out of contention of being anything higher than a 4 is Dawson, who currently sits at 0-4. But
and I'm not sure if Dawson's 0-4.
0-4.
So yes, it's going to come down to as you say right now, Hopkins Central will be playing Dawson in that right to advance to the 1 versus 4 seed, and Caldwell County and Manisville North will do battle, and I thought we were pretty evenly matched, but.
And really, you got to think with the way that this district is laid out, obviously in any district you're at an advantage at the number 1 seed, but especially in a district that's as even as this one is, the number 1 seed really advantageous as you're taking on a team who's not been able to win a game so far yet in district play.
We're about 57 seconds away here from ending halftime and getting into the third quarter. Both teams are out on the floor taking their warm-ups. Manisville has finished theirs. They're going to their bench. The Lady Tigers still shooting down to our right. Lady Tigers will be going left to right on your radio dial here in the second half. As Eric mentioned earlier in the game, we're here at half court, down on the floor, one of the unique places that we have been at basketball games over the last few years, and different perspective down here on the floor.
It is. It's a cool atmosphere in this gym. I really am a fan of Maroon Gym, and the way that it's laid out is cool. It almost gives you we talked about off air, kind of like a college basketball feel. Just sitting on the floor, and then the crowd really starting to pick up. We got the band rocking up in the high right side behind us, and just really a fun night of basketball.
I think as sound travels, Eric, the band's on our side, so they're blowing it across the floor, whereas in our gym, our band comes to us. Caldwell County to inbound it here at the start the third quarter. My broadcast buddy to call is Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Lady Tigers looking to claw their way back from a 21-point deficit starting this half, trailing 31-10. They're in possession. They'll get it to Jaggers. Jaggers to Parker in the right corner. Now they'll get it to Boyd. Boyd skips it back to Jaggers. Top of the key to McConnell. She'll hand it off to Boyd for a 3, and Jada Boyd coming out with the hot hand.
Maybe the lid is off now, Eric.
Signs of life for the Lady Tigers with an early 3, make it a 31-13 game. Madisonville North on the attack. LaGrange driving right side of the lane. Up no good. Carson Parker able to get the rebound. Lady Tigers headed back the other way. Boyd gets it to Goffinette. Goffinette back to Boyd, able to step around LaGrange. Gets it to Jaggers. Jaggers for 3. This one off the side of the iron. Goffinette able to snatch away the rebound. McConnell's going to put a shot up, and Lady Tigers now 2 for 2. 1 for 3, 1 for 2. Make it a 31-15 game, and signs of life offensively. It's going to be a 3 put up by Peyton. Peyton shot off the mark. Ashby able to come away with the rebound. Gives it to LaGrange. LaGrange drives baseline. Airballs. This one's going to be picked up by Parker. Now to Boyd. Boyd out of the backcourt quickly. Skips it to Goffinette. Goffinette able to hold on to it. We'll return it to Jada Boyd. She'll go right side to Jaggers. Jaggers' pass is going to be tipped and then picked up by Jada Boyd. Boyd will hold him back out. Boyd comes to Jaggers. Jaggers sees a gap, will drive, and J.C. Jaggers up with the right hand off the glass. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout taken by the Lady Maroons. And, Bob, you can't ask for a better start if you're the Lady Tigers.
That's the kind of start that you want to see. The confidence keeps building back the more you hit shots. And we've taken 4 shots this quarter and hit 3 of them. One of the three-point variety. We're on a 7-0 run here at open the third quarter, only down by 14. And we have yet to force a turnover in the third quarter, but Madisonville 0 for 2 so far in their shot attempts. And so it's confidence builds confidence, Eric.
And you've got to think with that confidence, Jaggers drove that ball through all 4 of the 5 defenders. The only one she missed was the one that was over to the left side, but just saw that gap and shot right through it. And so now we're back at a ball game. Lady Tigers trailing 31-17. A mistake. Lady Maroons with the ball, and Lady Tigers entering into a press. Goffinette forcing a steal. Goffinette steps middle of the lane, shots up. I believe that one was tipped. Contesting for it on the ground. Parker will hold. And it looks like the ball's going to go the other direction.
Back in the game, the Lady Tigers, number 31, Jason Jaggers.
They were rolling around the floor. I don't know how they can give the ball to Madisonville on that.
That one I'm not too sure about. Regardless, Parker is going to pick up the foul. Will be her first, team's first. Comes
Really?
LaGrange across the midcourt line.
They didn't give me a rules book for Christmas, Eric, or something.
That one I'm not sure. Here's another steal by the Lady Tigers. Coming the other way, Jada Boyd. Boyd spinning out from the right side of the lane, comes central, gets it to Jaggers, steps in, hands over to Parker. To Boyd, shot top of the key. This one off the mark. There's hands everywhere for this rebound. Jaggers ends up on the ground with it. And now we've got...
Well, I think I'd wait another 5 minutes before I call a jump ball, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that one... don't know, let them play. That's for sure on that one. Instead, it's a jump ball and possession for the Lady Maroons. Lindsey Payton to inbound, gets it to LaGrange, and LaGrange is going to be fouled. That foul is going to go against Carson Parker. She'll pick up a quick second here with 5:13 left in the third quarter. It will be the team's second.
Well, that was her third foul.
I think they may have credited one of those fouls to Jaggers. Ball's inbounded. Here comes Payton, middle of the lane. Payton gets the shooter's touch, rolls around every part of the rim and in. Makes it a 33-17 lead. Hollowell has it for the Lady Tigers. Now they'll swing it high left side for Jaggers. Boyd now at the point. Boyd hands it over to Jaggers. She'll give it back to Boyd. Swings it right side for Hollowell. Ball coming back the other way. Jaggers top of the key to Boyd. Boyd will back it off and give it to Hollowell on the right wing. Looks to come to the left side. This pass through the hands of Carson Parker and out, and that will go for the Lady Maroon ball. So unfortunate event there. This Lady Tigers trailing 33-17. What started as a 7-0 run, now going a little bit cold as LaGrange looks to bring it the other way. She's able to get this ball to Franklin. Franklin with the right hand up and in. It's now 35-17. Lady Maroon starting to retake, edging closer to 20. Three taken by Jaggers, not able to convert. Ball squirting around underneath the basket. Hollowell able to put it up, can't get the putback. Looks like got a whistle. That foul is going to go against LaGrange, so we'll be against the Lady Maroons. Will be the team's first foul. Will be LaGrange's third foul. So LaGrange in a little bit of foul trouble here with 4:05 left in the third quarter. McDaniel's into the game for the Lady Tigers. She'll inbound to McConnell. McConnell steps into the middle of the lane. Shot is up and in. So they'll count the basket, and that will send Bella McConnell to the line to try and make it a three-point play.
That's the team's second and a half.
That foul going against number 13, Kara Franklin. Franklin picking up her second, team second. McConnell at the line.
Lady Tigers so far with 9 points in this quarter. Really nice offensive work.
McConnell's free throw off the mark. Lady Tigers trail 35-19. Here comes Courtney Payton the other way. Courtney Payton, right side of the lane, able to put it up with the right hand and in. Extends the lead back to 18. McDaniels to Boyd. Boyd over to Jaggers. Jaggers back to Boyd. They'll play catch. Now over to Hollowell. Tries to feed it inside for McConnell. Contested ball. Bodies everywhere. And finally, we'll have a jump ball called. Looks like the Lady Tigers will be in possession of the ball. I think on that one there might not have been a Lady Maroon standing. A team effort in every sense of the word going after that ball. Now McDaniels is pressed and is going to be forced into a travel. It'll be Lady Maroon's ball. They lead 37-19. 3:28 to go in this third quarter. There's Hunt, gets it across to Courtney Payton, picking up a head of steam, feeds it underneath the basket, put up and in by Kara Franklin. Lady Maroons catching the Lady Tigers snoozing there defensively. Franklin wide open on the left side of the basket. Lady Maroons now up 20, 39-19, 3:08 to go in the third. Here's Boyd. Boyd gets it out to Hollowell. Hollowell, cross-court pass was tipped. Jagger is able to corral it. Will now hand back to Hollowell, and Hollowell will now be called for a travel. So the turnover starting to pile up here late in this third quarter for the Lady Tigers.
Lady Tigers' fourth turnover of the third quarter, 3 coming lately.
Lady Maroons inbound. They get it to Courtney Payton. Payton will drive, has the shot blocked by Jaggers, is able to save it and gets it to Ashby. Ashby will give it to Hunt at the point. She'll hand it over to Lindsay Payton. Payton one-on-one with McConnell. Will give it back to Hunt at the point. She'll hand it over to Courtney Payton. Payton working around the screen, gets it to Ashby. She hands off to Lindsay Payton. Payton high on the right side, has some space. Instead, will throw it back to midcourt line to Courtney Payton. She's met quickly by Jaggers. Returns it high right side for Lindsay Payton. Payton's ball's going to be tipped and picked up by Jada Boyd. Boyd long pass just over the top of the outstretched hand to Bella McConnell. Will be another turnover. Lady Tigers' 5th of the half, as we have a substitution checking in as Lucy Goffinette. She will replace Maja Hollowell. Lady Tigers trailing 39-19 here, 2:14 to go in the third quarter on Don Parson Court at Madisonville North Hopkins High School. Courtney Payton high on the right side. Lady Tigers in a man-to-man. She's going to be met by Goffinette. Goffinette will tip it into the backcourt. Payton able to corral it. Payton high on the point, gets it to Lindsay Payton. McConnell all over her. Ball's going to be tipped away. Will stay with the Lady Maroons. But the Lady Tigers continuing to fight and play really aggressively defensively.
Their effort is still strong defensively.
Ball's inbounded to LaGrange. Back into the game. Remember, LaGrange, one of their leading scorers throughout the season, and a little bit of foul trouble here in the third. They get this ball to Lindsay Payton. He's going to put this one just shy on the layup. It's going to be picked up by Boyd. Boyd over to Goffinette. Goffinette returns it to McConnell. Jumper, top of the key, no good. McDaniel's able to get the putback. Lady Tigers now trail 39-21, a minute 20 to go in this third quarter. Lady Tigers looking for a big defensive stop. LaGrange one-on-one with Boyd, has that ball picked. Boyd able to get it up to McConnell, although McConnell ran right in to Kara Franklin after she caught that ball and turned around. Will force another turnover, and it will be Lady Maroon ball. Coming the other way, LaGrange. LaGrange has it stripped, trying to penetrate through that lane, headed the other way as Jaggers gets it over to McConnell, and good awareness there by McConnell, able to be patient.
Nice assist.
And another pick. Here comes Boyd, and Boyd's going to be fouled. Couldn't quite get that ball out of her hand, trying to hit McConnell, who was streaking down the court. And so now that foul going against Cameron LaGrange, and LaGrange picking up her 4th foul. She'll be subbed out of the game and replaced by Hunt. LaGrange in some foul trouble. Lady Tigers trailing 39-23, 47 seconds left in this third quarter. They inbound it to Jagger. She'll get it to Goffinette for 3. Shots put up, no good. Last touch by the Lady Maroons. So Lady Tigers will have an opportunity to try and score with 38.1 seconds left in the quarter. McDaniels to inbound from the right baseline. McDaniels holding, has got to get rid of it. Able to get it to Goffinette. She'll hand it off to Hollowell. Hollowell back to Goffinette, high at the point. Hand it off to Jaggers. Jaggers dribbles it centrally, gets it to Hollowell, puts a shot up. They're going to wave it off. Another travel. Bob, the Lady Tigers just having a hard time catching those balls, and I think just it's a case of the mind or the body going before the mind.
Right, we're a little antsy. We want to go before we have everything stationary.
We're at 15 seconds. Lindsey Payton holds at the Maroon logo. She's met by Parker, throws the ball, is able to find Lindsey Payton. It's going to be tipped and out. Lady Maroons will maintain possession of the ball for the final 5.7 as they lead 39-23. Courtney Payton to inbound. He's going to throw it far across the court. That's going to go over top of the outstretched hand of Kara Franklin. So Lady Tigers with the opportunity to try and cut down this 39-23 Madisonville North lead with 5.2 seconds left in the third quarter. It'll be Hollowell to inbound. Get it to Jaggers, 4 seconds. And there's going to be a foul. That foul going against Lucy Goffinette. Goffinette took the feet out from underneath Hunt, trying to set that screen. 2.2 seconds left. Maroons inbound. Get it to Courtney Payton. Shot put up and just off the mark. That almost a Dr. J.S. Hook shot thrown up off the back of the iron. No good. So after...
I can't figure out whether she's left-handed or right-handed, Eric.
Could be either. I think the way she's played tonight has done equally as well with both. So after 3 quarters of play, it's Madisonville North Hopkins 39, Caldwell County 23. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break, and then we'll be back with your fourth quarter of action. You're listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
This is Holly Van Hoover with the Woodall Agency in Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
And welcome back to Don Parson Court here at the end of 3 quarters. The Lady Maroons over the Lady Tigers 39-23. The Lady Tigers outscoring the Lady Maroons in that third quarter 13-8, and Madisonville will inbound it to start the fourth quarter. And for the call, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action here. Lady Tigers trailing 39-23. So we get this fourth quarter underway. Madisonville North Hopkins in possession. Payton was met quickly by Carson Parker. Now Courtney Payton will hold, needs to get rid of this ball, is able to find Lindsey Payton. Payton had that ball knocked out of her hands, but at the cost of a foul. That foul is going to go against Bella McConnell. Will be McConnell's third, team's third. Lindsey Payton, the inbound, gets it to Courtney Payton. Return it back to Lindsey Payton. And Lindsey Payton going to be hit with a traveling violation, although we're going to have a discussion between the two officials. And the ball will go for the Lady Tigers. We'll say it's a turnover against Madisonville North Hopkins.
Number 7 here in the second half for Madisonville. Lady Tigers with 7.
Lady Tigers in possession of the ball, looking to work their way. We'll need a big fourth quarter effort to overcome this 39-23 deficit. We've got a jump ball, middle of the lane. Possession will stay with the Lady Tigers.
Of our 7 turnovers, Eric, I think maybe 5 of them have been the walking variety.
I believe so. Lady Tigers able to inbound. They get it to McConnell. McConnell just throws one up from the middle of the lane. Is going to draw some contact. That foul going against Keely Ashby, her first, team's 4th, and that will send McConnell to the line.
Bella tonight at the line is 0 for 1.
McConnell's first of 2. She's able to connect on this one. McConnell having herself a nice season coming into this game, is averaging a second most points on the team at just shy of 10 as she converts on her second. Lady Tigers trailing 25-39, 7:16 to go. Lady Tigers opting to go for a bit more pressure. Courtney Payton working on Carson Parker, able to get it out of the backcourt. Will hands off to Lindsey Payton, skips it underneath for Franklin. Shot put up no good, but Ashby able to get the rebound and the putback. Will extend the lead to 41-25. Jada Boyd to bring it across the midcourt line. Boyd picking up some steam, jumper, side the left elbow, no good. It's going to be picked up by McConnell, and McConnell's going to be fouled, trying to weave her way through two Lady Maroons.
I think we were lucky there. I think we got by with a walk before she got fouled.
I believe so, as McConnell was fouled by Keely Ashby. Ashby picking up her second foul, will be the team's fifth. Ball inbounded to McConnell. McConnell up, shot no good. That foul going against Lindsey Payton. Payton picking up her first, will be the team's sixth, and McConnell back at the line. McConnell able to connect on her first shot. We'll look to make it 2-2 with this one. Gets the shooter's touch off the rim and in. Makes it a 41-26 ball game. Checking back into the game is Goffinette. She'll replace Hollowell. Here coming the other way, the Lady Maroons, they get it to Hunt. Hunt throwing it underneath the basket. They'll lay it off for Courtney Payton. Her shot up, no good. Hunt trying to get the putback and is fouled. So that will send Hunt to the line. These two free throws will be Hunt's first attempt of the season. Hunt's first up and is now 100%, 1 of 1 on this year. Hunt converted her first, back for a second. Shots up off the mark. Now 50%. Rebound was picked up by the Lady Maroons. Payton couldn't get the putback. Now here come the Lady Tigers on the attack. There's Jaggers at the point. Will get it to Boyd. Hands it off to Goffinette. Thinks about a three. Instead has the pass tipped away. Lady Maroons heading in the opposite direction. Courtney Payton holds.
Carson Parker's done an outstanding defensive job on the Payton lady, who's probably a senior, and Carson, a freshman, really keeping her at bay here in the second half.
Has looked well then, and a couple positives to take from this is defensively, the Lady Tigers, for the most part, whenever they're able to get set in, have looked really well. I've noticed a lot of the points in the second half have really come from balls in transition. That seemed to be the struggle, but if the Lady Tigers have the opportunity to get themselves established defensively, have been giving the Lady Maroons a little bit of trouble.
The first leading scorer for Bassville in the first half, Lindsey Payton, with 13, only has 2 so far here in a quarter, a little over a quarter. And you have to attribute that to Carson's defensive effort. They're letting her bring the ball up the court. It's not just where Carson's picking her up at the block or down low. It's 3/4 court.
And that's made the difference. I know in a game like this, it's a major hill for the Lady Tigers to climb, down 42-27, and any sport, especially high school athletics, nothing is impossible. But you've got to think there's got to be a offensive and defensive explosion here in the next 5:57.
And what we're looking for, Eric, is like we talked about off air, effort and more effort from the Lady Tigers.
Lindsey Payton.
And defensively, we're getting it.
Courtney Payton has the ball stripped, middle of the lane, is able to save it. Now gets it to Hunt. Hunt's going to drive middle of the lane, ball stripped, scrum for it underneath the basket. Goffinette able to come away with it. Quick transition ball to McConnell. McConnell's going to go up, no good. It was a contested layup, but nice effort from the sophomore, able to grab onto that ball and put it away for 2. Coming the other way is Hunt. She'll hand it off to Zeba. Zeba shot off the mark underneath the basket. We've got 2 players wrestling for it, and that will be a jump ball. So we have a substitution. Cameron LaGrange checking back into the game will replace Zeba. Got 5:15 left to go in the ball game. Lady Tigers trailing 42-29. Lindsey Payton inbounds to Courtney Payton. Her shot is blocked by Carson Parker. Rebound able to be picked up by the Lady Maroons. Now get it to Courtney Payton to Hunt. Hunt's going to drive, throws it up, no good. Drew some contact. That foul going against Jada Boyd will be her second, will be team's fifth, and that will send Hunt back to the line for her second attempt tonight. Hunt's first shot up and in, now 75% on the season.
Really 66%. She missed her second one.
Did miss her second. Again, the reason why I'm social studies, not math.
Now she's down to 50%.
This shot up, no good.
Only down 14 points. You'd think the way we played tonight, Eric, we'd be down 35-40.
I would think, and still, I mean, theoretically in this game, it's not to say you can't have a quick offensive jolt put in as the Lady Tigers with possession get it to Boyd. Boyd's going to hold high on the right or left side. Now get it to Jaggers. Jaggers dribbles central. Three put up. This one no good. They're going to say hit the support. Support almost gave it a shot at dropping back in. Instead, it will be a Lady Maroon ball. Lindsey Payton to inbound. They hit it to LaGrange. LaGrange working on Jaggers, trying to get it out of the backcourt. She's able to get around her. LaGrange holds at the point. Jaggers working her over. LaGrange now going to drive, has the ball tipped on the floor. Boyd able to come away with it and gets it to Goffinette, but a timeout taken. That'll be a full timeout with that called. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and then be back for the final 4 minutes, 20 seconds of the fourth quarter. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Howdy, folks. I'm Colonel Sanders here to tell you about KFC's $5 fill-up. Now, some people are saying that I'm just Reba McIntyre and that KFC has paid me to be the Colonel. But if that were true, how would I know my $5 fill-ups are full of a lot of delicious food? How would I know that you could get a real meal with 2 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit, cookie, and a drink for just $5? It's not like I could just read it off a script designed to make you hungry. Or could I? KFC. It's bang like and good.
At participating KFC's only. Prices may vary. Taxes, substitutions, etc.
And we're back here, Maroon Jail, Don Parson Court. Lady Tigers trailing 14 points and with the basketball. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and Eric, you're right. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that we make another 7 point run here. We get this thing, and then Mansfield gets a little bit squeamish.
Back in action here, Lady Tigers with the ball. They'll give it to Hollowell in the corner. Here's Boyd for three, just shy off the front of the iron. LaGrange able to pick up the rebound. Contested ball. And nice tenacity there from Jada Boyd. Really fought to get that steal. Now Lady Tigers with another chance. Ball to Boyd at the point, goes left side to Jaggers. Jaggers will throw it into the left corner for Hollowell. She'll return it back to Boyd. It goes central to Goffinette. They swing it right side for Jaggers. Jaggers looking to drive, two-step into the lane. Shot is up and just rolls off the rim. So that will give J.C. Jaggers the opportunity to step up to the line and take two. That foul going against Kara Franklin picks up her third, team seventh. Jaggers at the line for two. First one off the back of the iron, no good. Now look to take her second. Second shot up and in. Makes it a 43-30 ball game, 3:36 to go. LaGrange picked up by Boyd. Now has some space, gets it out of the backcourt to Courtney Payton. Payton spinning. Kicks it off to Ashby. Shot up, no good, but a foul. Parker picks up her fourth, and this will be 3 free throws for Ashby.
Actually, I think they're going to send Courtney
They'll
Payton.
send Courtney Payton to the line, my mistake. Peyton at the line for 3 free throws. Peyton's first is up and in. Coming into this game, Courtney Peyton shooting 53% from the line. Peyton's second of 3, able to convert. Makes it a 15-point lead. Peyton's third. They'll wave it off. We'll say there's a lane violation. So she'll go 2 out of 3 officially. It'll be the Lady Tigers ball, who now trail by 15. 3:23 left in the fourth quarter. Jaggers gets it to Goffinette. They'll return it into the right corner for Hollowell. Hollowell in some trouble, able to get it to Jaggers, middle of the lane for Parker.
I wish Carson would look for her shot inside when she gets it.
Gets this ball to Goffinette. Goffinette to Hollowell. Back to Goffinette, swings it far left side for Jaggers. Jaggers thinks about a 3, it's not there, we'll hand it to Boyd. Boyd now to Hollowell, shot off the glass and in. Makes it a 45-32 game, 2:43 left in the fourth quarter. LaGrange over midcourt. LaGrange sees some space, left side of the lane, jumper up and in. LaGrange will convert that one. Extends the lead back to 47-32, 2:29 left to go. Goffinette looks for a 3. This one off the mark. Jada Boyd comes crashing in, able to get the putback. We'll make it a 47-34 ball game. LaGrange able to beat the press. Gets across midcourt. Kicks it off to Peyton. Peyton's going to drive. Courtney Peyton not able to get it up with the right hand, and a foul off the rebound. That foul will go against Courtney Peyton. Peyton picks up her first, team's 8th. And that will send Carson Parker to the line for the 1-and-1. Keely Ashby checking into the game for the Lady Maroons. Parker at the line for the 1-and-1. First shot, up, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Tigers, but a foul off the ensuing rebound.
Hey, get the score.
That foul going against Hollowell.
Both teams will be in the bonus.
That puts the Lady Maroons in the 1-and-1. So that will send Lindsay Peyton to the line.
Maroons number 32, Lindsay Peyton.
So far, Lindsay's not been at the line tonight. Is the Lady Maroons' leading scorer on the evening.
Puts her first up, no good, rebounded by the Lady Tigers. Parker's pass is going to be tipped, and Courtney Peyton puts a shot up, no good. Lindsay Peyton with the rebound, no good. Ball's attempted to be saved, put it off the baseline. And we'll stay with Madisonville. Madisonville to inbound. They'll float it high for Courtney Peyton. Peyton steps into the lane. Shots up. It's going to be tipped by McConnell. Putback's no good. Franklin is going to be able to corral that rebound and put it up and in. Extends the lead to 49-34. A minute 40 left to go in this ball game. And Bob, I think that one, if it hadn't been already, will do in for the Lady Tigers. 3 put up by Boyd. It's going to rebound picked up by Jaggers. Let's give it to Parker. Parker shot off the glass, no good. Rebounded Lady Maroons, a minute 23 left. LaGrange met by Jaggers. Across midcourt, skips it inside to Lindsay Peyton. Peyton drives, middle of the lane, up and is fouled. That foul going against Jada Boyd will be her 3rd foul, team's 8th.
Lady Maroons number 32.
That will put Lindsay Peyton back at the line. Peyton's first, up and in. 2 substitutions for the Lady Tigers. Morgan McDaniels and Shelby Lane checking into the game. Shot up by Peyton, no good. It's going to be rebounded by the Lady Maroons, and Franklin able to get the putback.
Back in the game for Madisonville, number 34.
We're going to have a timeout called. We'll keep it here for this one.
And the Lady Tigers' effort here in the second half has been valiant, but too big a hurdle to overcome. Still only trailing 18 where we were down 21 at the half, so we've outscored them 3 points here in the second half, and that was an easy basket there. The ball gets knocked around, and all of a sudden the bigger, taller Lady Maroon gets it. And one thing Madisonville's good at is they know when they're inside, they know how to score using the backboard.
And one advantage that they have, you talk about height and length, Madisonville, especially underneath the basket, a much larger team than we are in terms of height. And that's paid dividends for them underneath the basket this evening.
And it's worked well to their advantage, yes.
Back in action, Lady Tigers get the ball across midcourt. Hollowell gets it for Jaggers.
1 minute in the game.
Under a minute, 57 seconds left. Jaggers to Hollowell, now to McDaniels in the right corner. We'll hand back to Hollowell to Jaggers. Jaggers step back three, off the mark. Rebounds knocked around on the ground, and that will be a jump ball. Possession. We'll stay with the Lady Tigers, but now we have wholesale substitutions for the Lady Maroons.
Number 12, Bailey Gillette. Number 20, Callie Boyd.
Lady Tigers to inbound. They get it to Jaggers. Jaggers for three, off the mark. Rebound contested underneath the basket. Lady Maroons come away with it, 35 seconds. Coming across midcourt. Hunt, shot's going to be put up. No good. Attempted to be saved by the Lady Maroons. Zeba, good effort. We have two more substitutions. Emily Campbell and Paris Gray checking into the game for the Lady Tigers, along with Brooke Dennison. Dennison will head this attack up. Gets it to Campbell, now over to Gray. Gray back to Dennison. Campbell. Campbell drives. Tries to get it to Brianna Kavanaugh. That's going to come off of Kavanaugh's leg and out. And so for the final 11.4 seconds, Madisonville will have the ball. They get it to Hunt. Hunt working around Gray. Tries to feed it inside. And we're going to have a travel. So it will be the Lady Tigers ball. 2.9 seconds. They get it to Dennison, and that is the way we will end it. As the time expires, Madisonville and North Hopkins will take this one as they will win 52-34. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break, and then we'll be back with your post game, your stats, and get you all ready for the boys game. You've been listening to Lady Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you selling or refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our Our office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrusolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement. February is Love Month. Hey, this is Pam Havelock at Coachman Interior Boutique. We want to share the love with you. We are offering 15% off that, 50% off all winter clothing. And Jake wanted to share the love too. Our Hot Cafe Dog Treat will be 15% off this month of February. Come to Cozy Lives Interior Boutique for spreading the love. It's always our deal. Cozy Lives Interior Boutique, located at 235 Northfield Drive, right by the bowling alley in Princeton. Cozy Lives Interior Boutique is everything a home should be.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're family owned and managed by people who care more about you. During your most difficult hours, you deserve the most understanding and caring service available. That is what you get at Morgan's Funeral Home. That's what separates us from the rest. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
JD is a member of the Maroons.
And welcome back to Maroon Gym here at Don Parson Court, where it is post-game. Lady Tigers dropping a 7th District matchup, 52-34, in what was a game that was largely dominated by the Lady Maroons, both offensively and defensively. Lady Tigers had a valiant effort, a lot of effort put in, but at the end, just too large a deficit at halftime to overcome.
The Maroons volleyball team. She is escorted.
We are currently getting our stats wrapped up. We've got its homecoming night here at Madisonville North Hopkins. They've got all the homecoming court out now, and so congratulations to all those for these Maroons and Lady Maroons who are on the court representing their school.
And Eric, as you say, little too late. The Lady Tigers do outscore the Lady Maroons in the second half, 24-21. Lady Tigers led tonight by Bella McConnell. Had a strong second half, 2 points in the first half, 12 here in the second half, for a game high 14 points for the Lady Tigers. 7 points for Jada Boyd, with 2 coming in the first half, 5 in the second half for her, 7 points. 5 points for J.C. Jaggers, 2 in the first half, 3 second half. 2 points for Carson Parker coming in the first half. 2 points for Morgan McDaniels coming in the first half. 2 points for Marja Hallwell coming in the second half. And 2 points for Lucy Goffinette, that coming in the first half. Total of 34 points tonight for the Tigers. The Tigers shooting from the free throw line tonight, 7 out of 12. And with 16 turnovers for the Lady Tigers. For the Lady Maroons, their leading scorer is Lindsay Payton with 16 points, 13 coming in the first half, 3 in the second half. Caldwell County shut her down really well in the second half, notably by the effort of Carson Parker. 12 points for Kara Franklin, 4 in the first half, 8 in the second half, and she was opportunistic around the basket in the second half, getting probably at least 3 on rebound shots where she was in the right place at the right time. 7 points for Cameron LaGrange, 5 in the first half, 2 second half. 7 points also for Courtney Payton, 3 first half, 4 second half. 2 points for Caitlin Ziba, 2 points for Jacrazia Hunt, 6 points for Keely Ashby, 4 first half, 2 second half. Your total for the Madisonville Maroons tonight, 52 points. The Maroons, by my stat sheet, 24 turnovers, really helping the Lady Tigers in that regard. Yes. And from the free throw line, they were 6 out of 12 tonight. Just Lady Tigers got off on the wrong foot. 12-point deficit at the end of one, and basically it was a big hole to get out of. We made a little run in the third quarter and had it at 15, 13, 12. but we just couldn't get it into single digits, which maybe would have created a little panic on Madisonville's part, but you can't assume that. But the Lady Tigers losing it tonight here, 52-34.
And Bob, as we mentioned, just kind of taking a look at how the district is all shaken out at this moment. Right now, Hopkins County Central in the driver's seat, only one loss in district play at 4-1. They're your number one seed. And Lady Maroons currently would sit as the second seed, as they're 3-2. Caldwell County at 2-2. And then Dawson Springs at the bottom at 0-4. And so now we're joined by head coach Melissa Thomas. And Coach, a little bit of a tough one tonight, but we talked about some of the positives, the effort there 100% of the way through.
You know, we just struggled to score. We're struggling to find our way without Peyton Young in the game.
Yeah.
We got to find some way to make up for those points that she's provided us. And we really struggled to get in sync and get in the flow of the game without her out there.
And that's something we talked about. It seemed like we had a lot of good opportunities, just one of those nights where it was tough to find the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, they packed it in, and we knew they would, and so we got to have somebody that could step up and make one from the outside.
I laughed where we're sitting right now. You got to watch out, people behind you. I took a nice chair back seat to the back of the head earlier on in halftime.
Yeah, it's dangerous. I thought I was in a dangerous spot over there.
That's
really
right.
dangerous.
High volume area. But looking kind of at the effort aspect of it, we thought at times, I know being down at half was a tough hole to get out of, but especially in that third quarter, defense played really aggressive, and it seemed like whenever we were able to get in and get our feet set, really gave Madisonville North a hard time.
Well, if you look at the different scoring of the quarters, we played with them,
Yep.
at the end of the third and the fourth quarter, and it was because of our defensive pressure and intensity. And we've got to start the game that way, and I think it would have been more competitive if we were able to do that, especially if we're going to struggle to score like we have been. If we're going to struggle to score, we're going to have to, extend the court, play all 86 feet, and really put some pressure on people. And the problem is we don't have a whole lot of depth either. And
Right.
so we're running out of gas, and we're just not being able to do what I'd like for us to be able to do with the numbers that we have.
And so looking forward, pretty quick turnaround. I see you guys are back in action February 5th at Hopkins County Central. So a team that we saw just this week. And so what are some of the big things you're looking for with that quick turnaround, especially in the district game?
We've got to score. We've got to put more points on the board. We've got to find our balance. JC's got to score for us. Certain people have got to be in double figures.
Right.
Yeah, defense wins championships. I get that, and we're gonna have to do well. We're gonna have to play defense and rebound as well. But you got to put the ball through the hoop, and Hopkins Central's we just played them, so we know exactly what they're gonna do. They're gonna trap us. They're gonna put pressure on us. We're gonna have to handle that much better than we did last.
I guess kind of the last thing I know we talked about with the depth, we are a very young team. And so hitting spells like this, is this something that with a young team you almost kind of expect to have moments like this?
Absolutely. We had freshmen and sophomores.
Right.
That's all we had at this point. And with Peyton out, and so we're young, we're babies.
Right.
And when you ask a young team who's learning their roles to all of a sudden, with your leader out, to change your role, we lack leadership. Bella McCall's, trying to step up and be that.
Right.
I thought Jada stepped up tonight. She had a lot of energy and intensity on the court, and they're doing. I feel like they're doing what they can do. They're doing. These young ladies are still fighting hard. They're trying. They want to win. They want to be successful. We just got a lot going against us right now, and we got to find a way to reestablish those roles so that we can be successful coming into this next week.
Right, and you've got to think, kind of looking at it, I guess, spinning this in a positive manner. Games like this are a learning experience.
Yes.
This is something that you go back, and if something like this doesn't motivate you, then I'm not quite sure what will.
Yeah, I fully expect Peyton Young to be back by tournament time, and so hopefully while she's out, some other people are going to have to step up and take over some of her responsibilities, and then when she comes back, it's just going to be a bonus. So that's what I'm hoping that happens from this, and adversity, how you handle adversity and how you overcome it, that really determines your character. When things are going well, it's easy to have that good attitude. It's easy to be filled with spirit. But, you know, when things aren't going your way, coming off a couple losses in a row, a few losses in a row, how are you going to respond? And so that's what I challenge these young ladies with, and I think they're going to respond. They're young, they're resilient, and I'm looking forward to the last 7 games.
Definitely, it should be exciting. I know especially the ones that I've had for soccer, they should know all about some adversity and fighting through that, so hopefully that bit can maybe spark a couple of them to get them going.
You know, this game's so much more than just basketball. These are life lessons.
Right.
Life isn't always easy, and so we got to buckle down, find something that works, get some flow on offense, and I'm hoping we'll be able to be competitive in our games next week.
Thank you, and so we appreciate all you do with them. Appreciate you coming over and having some words with us, and again, we're back in action, pretty quick turnaround, and looking for some big things from them. An exciting group to watch.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That was joined by head coach Melissa Thomas, getting her take on it. And as she mentioned, this is a very young team, and a team that these type games, as we mentioned, are learning type games. This is something that whenever you have a team of freshmen and sophomores who don't have as much varsity experience as some of these other teams you may come up against, these are moments that you build off of, and this is a game that we'll look back on, and you learn a lot from it, you grow from it, and that's kind of the best way that you can maintain. So as we mentioned, looking at it, the district still not quite shaping up as much as the boys would. Everything's still fairly wide open. Caldwell still with the opportunity, especially playing Central on Monday, to put themselves back in a position to try and fight for that number 1 seed. Madisonville currently in the hunt, Central in the driver's seat, and then Dawson more than likely will end up as that 4th seed. And so the 7th district still wide open, should make for a fun rest of the season and a fun postseason. Just looking at a couple more stats, with that loss, the Lady Tigers will drop to 11-9 on the season, so still hanging out above that 500 mark. The Lady Maroons pick up their 6th win of the year and improve to 6-13. Lady Maroons snapping a losing streak that was recently capped off by McLean County, now get themselves on the right foot, and the Lady Tigers will look to snap a 2-game skid as they travel to Hopkins County Central on Monday. So we're, to get everything wrapped up, getting ourselves ready for the boys game. As we mentioned, the Caldwell County Lady Tigers will drop this one 52-34. We will go ahead and take another 3-minute break, and then we'll be back to get you all set for tip-off and what will be the nightcap featuring the homestanding Maroons and your Caldwell County Tigers. So you've been listening to Caldwell County Tiger Lady Basketball here on 103.3 FM, The Tiger.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
Tri-Season Princeton would like to give a big shout-out to one of our own, Jeff McDowell. Jeff has given Tri-Season 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also, as they selected Jeff in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We're so proud of you, Jeff. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Season Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522 for your appointment today. Tri-Season Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton. Planters Bank, located at 208 North Jefferson Street, is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender. This is Gail Cherry. I'm a board member for Community Medical Clinic located at 310 Hawthorne Street in Princeton. Community Medical Clinic's goal is to provide access to excellent health care services that are both convenient and affordable in our local community. Community Medical Clinic is taking new patients every day and walk-ins are welcome. The clinic is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. to serve you and your family members of all ages. All insurances are welcome, as well as patients with no insurance. Community Medical Clinic providing health care services at your convenience at no extra cost.
Chances are you're on your way somewhere. And you're on your way somewhere at the same time the cafe is introducing a new menu of recrafted espresso drinks, including the iced caramel macchiato, sweet caramel, drizzled over smooth iced espresso. Now chances are you're on your way to McDonald's. Nothing comes before coffee. Get any small from our new line of recrafted espresso drinks. Cafe quality for just $2. A la carte only. Limited time only at participating McDonald's. Cannot be combined with any other offer or any combo meal.
Hey, and welcome back to Maroon Gym, where we're getting all set for our second game of this varsity doubleheader, big 7th district matchup. This one will feature the boys varsity team, as we're about 9 minutes away from our starters and tip. And Bob, the last time around, Madisonville was able to take full control at the cab. A lot of that coming from probably one of the highest percentage shooting that I've ever seen in a high school game.
Madisonville could not miss that night. They were firing from three-point range. Cade Cunningham, I'm sure we've had a discussion so far earlier tonight in the locker room on guarding him. The big guy, the 6'8", 6'9", Keyshawn Casey, was tough inside, played quite a bit of the game. We just couldn't handle him, is what it boils down to, Eric. But we're tonight pretty well, I think, full-handed, except for Trip Branch.
Yeah.
Jameer, I had heard he had an ankle sprain.
Yeah, it's good to see him back. I know earlier in the week he had been on crutches while at school, walking around, and so nice to see him back.
Exactly, and you know, well, it's going to be a game that I don't think that Madisonville can play any better than they did in Princeton, and we can certainly play better. So stacking up to be an interesting game, and if we can keep from happening to the Tigers as to what happened to the Lady Tigers in the first quarter, we get through the first quarter up with them, that's going to bode well, I think, for the game, because I think we do play stronger down the stretch, especially if we are shooters. Once they get rolling and get the knack and get the feel on the floor, but we cannot have them bombing threes. And not only do they have a couple people can shoot the three, they have at least 3, possibly 4 that can shoot the three. So having said that, and the rebounding is pretty well controlled by the 6'8" sophomore. That kid is only a sophomore, and he's smooth and strong and shoots well. You know, it's almost a sin to have a player that good that young.
And he was really a highlight for that team in that game. Looking at the Tigers from the last meeting with Madisonville, leading in all aspects was Darren Boyd. Scored 22 points that game, came away with 7 rebounds, and then shot 6 of 7 from the line, and was really what carried Caldwell County through that game. Caden Fralix in double digits as well the last meeting with 11 points. And then looking over at Madisonville, as we talked about, just some big-time games. Cade Cunningham leading the team with 25. Kayshawn Casey with 17. Kenny White with 14, another one of those long players.
White and Cunningham, probably, if you look at the threes, they had sure collectively, they had 7 or 8 threes.
Yeah, looking at the threes from whenever they had it, Cunningham hit 5, White hit 2, and then Gilbert hit 2, Casey with 1. And so just we're lighting it up from all aspects. And then with rebounds, Casey was actually
Now we're back on.
a little technical malfunction. We're good to go.
It always happens when a plug gets unplugged.
That's right. At least it's a simple solution.
Yeah.
Could be much worse. As we talked about, Kenny White actually led everyone in the last meeting with 9 rebounds. And so the Tigers, something that they have to try and overcome in this game is just the physical aspect of it. Madisonville North, a much taller team, and that definitely played a role in the last meeting.
We cannot be intimidated, and nor will I think we will be, Eric. So
yes.
We just have to box out on defense. We're not going to out rebound these guys, but we can make it tough. And if we hold our own, we'll be okay.
And so it would be interesting to see anytime you have, especially a Caldwell-Madisonville game, the Caldwell-Madisonville games are always a good matchup. It's a big-time rivalry. Anytime you have a district game, it's a big-time rivalry. And just to take a look at the picture of how the district stands on the guys' side of things, Madisonville North really in the driver's seat. I think that they've pretty much solidified that first seed spot for the tournament. As we mentioned, Dawson with no district wins, pretty well cementing the spot at the bottom. And so this one not really played for anything in terms of seeding, but definitely you always want to get a win, especially against a district rival.
And it's a game tonight where we want to give it, as the Lady Tigers did, 100% effort. Hopefully we will be able to find the hole in the first half where they couldn't hit anything, 2 out of 20, 2 out of 22.
Yes.
And tough to win a basketball game when you shoot that poorly. With Tigers back out on the floor, we've got about 3 minutes and 18 seconds until we tip it off here.
And with that 3:12, we're going to go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and then we'll come back and get you all set, get you start with the starters, and get you ready for tip-off. You've been listening to Tiger Basketball pregame here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
Hi, Princeton. This is Jack from First Southern National Bank. I'm excited to share I'm moving my office to our Princeton branch. That means the next time you're looking for a loan, whether big or small, you've got another convenient First Southern location to choose from. Be sure to stop by to see us the next time you're in town. First Southern National Bank has 2 branches in Caldwell County, 1013 West Main and 101 West Washington Street. Visit us online at www.fsmb.net. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Register 409-424, NMLS 1628379.
Going on. Yesterday.
Not really.
And welcome back to Maroon Gym, getting you all set to get ready for tip-off. Just came to the realization that could be a big-time game for the Tiger record book. Darren Boyd is actually 24 points away from his 1,000th career point. And so that would be, what a way if you could get 1,000 points and a district win over Madisonville all in one night.
And quite a career so far for the young man. 1,000 points, 2/3 of the way through the basketball season his junior year.
That's not too many have the opportunity to say that they've done that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're only 40 seconds away here from the tip of the game. Tigers finishing up their shooting. They will be going to the left side of your radio dial. Madisonville will be down at the right end. Madisonville now making their way to the bench.
Should be be interesting to see how the Tigers come out in this one defensively. You would think all signs would point to you want to come out and really get on your front foot early. And so I would almost expect to see a fairly aggressive start to the game from the Tigers.
It'll be interesting to see if we come out in a man-to-man versus the zone, but I think we'll start out man-to-man. Lineups coming up here momentarily. We'll keep it here, waiting the PA system.
And now starting lineups for the second game.
And here we are.
Here in Madisonville, featuring the Caldwell County Tigers and our Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons. Starting at guard for the Tigers, junior number 4, Darian Boyd.
First out for the Tigers is number 4, Darian Boyd, who we were just talking about in his chase for 1,000 points. Next up is Demarius Blaine.
Number 20, John Davis.
John Davis out next.
Starting at forward, a sophomore, number 22, Caden Fraley.
Caden Fralix.
Starting at
And the last Tiger to be introduced is number 32, senior Seth Scott. And for the homestanding Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons,
and now for you, the Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons. Starting at guard, a junior, 6'1", number 2, J.D. Gilbert.
first out sophomore J.D. Gilbert.
Starting at forward, a 6'6" sophomore, number 3,
Kenny White, a sophomore. We got to see him 2 more years there.
guard, a 6-foot junior, number 14, Cade
Cunningham, number 14, a senior. 3 points, the junior.
Junior.
And Marquise Parker.
Starting at center, 6'9" sophomore, number 50, Kason Casey.
6'9", Kason Casey rounds out the North Hopkins starting lineup. And
Really young
team. They should make a lot of racket next year
Yes.
at the state level. Not only in the 7th district.
That's a very talented, very young team.
One of the North Hopkins kids had to, one of the starters had to retreat to the dressing room. So we're awaiting his return to the floor before we can have this tip. To take the tip for Caldwell will be Darian Boyd.
I had to imagine, I'll guess that Casey will come in and take the tip for the Maroons.
I would.
Hopefully everything all right with that young man who went off to the locker room. Not an oddity.
I don't know how that happened, but I didn't think you could do that.
Hopefully you got to think some kind of extenuating circumstance.
Maybe he had to change shorts.
Could be.
He's adjusting his shorts now. The high type variety. And we're about ready to go.
Nothing serious. All set for tip. Ball's up. It's going to be won by the Maroons. White able to corral it, get it to Cunningham.
And we are in a man-to-man.
Going to hand off to Parker. Parker back to White. High at the point, he'll hand it off to Gilbert. Gilbert looking to drive. Contested top of the key, gets it to Cunningham. Middle of the lane, throws it up, no good. Rebound picked up by the Maroons. 3 taken by White, and White. 1 shot, 1 3. Maroons with an early 3-point lead. 7:30 in the first. That's not what you want to see if you're the Tigers.
You don't want him to get hot because he obviously can fill it up like we saw in Princeton.
Boyd one-on-one with Gilbert's going to get it over to Davis on the near left side. Davis looking to drive, pushed away by Gilbert. Tries to get it to Fralick's, a little miscommunication there. Davis still trying to corral it, spinning underneath the basket, and Davis going to be called for the travel, doing everything in his power to hang on to that ball. Instead, we'll turn it over. Maroons to come the other way. Here's White. He will hand off to Cunningham. White now driving, left hand up and in. At the moment, it is Kenny White 5, Caldwell County nothing.
Yes. Maybe he should have stayed in the locker room.
Yeah. Boyd across midcourt goes right side for Blaine. Blaine, the little lane looking to drive. White coming up is going to block. They feed it up quickly for Parker, and Parker able to answer with the left hand. And that's going to force a quick timeout from Coach K, 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here for this one. And Bob's coming out of Madisonville hot out of the gate, up to a 7-0 lead, only 6:34 remaining.
Well, and on that particular play, Eric, the shot was blocked back toward the Madisonville end. All the young man had to do was pick it up and lead the person who calmly laid it in. But Mr. White, 2 for 2 so far tonight, 1-2, 1-3.
The Maroons coming out and shooting hot, reminiscent of what we saw at the Cab a couple weeks ago. Back in action, Tigers inbound from their own baseline. Davis going to lead the charge at the point. We get it over to Boyd. And they're going to say Boyd stepped on the line, so that will be the Tigers' second turnover. We'll give the ball over to the Maroons, who lead 7-0, 6:21 to go in the first. They'll hand over to Cunningham. Cunningham going to be fouled as he went to drive by Davis.
Fouls on John Davis. It's his first.
That'll be Davis's first. Team's first. Now ball comes underneath to Casey. Shot up, no good. We're going to have a foul. Looks like that foul's going to go to the big man, Casey. Will be his first, team's first. And that would be something to see him get in a little bit of foul trouble early on. Here's Davis. One-on-one with Parker. Davis going to skip it to Boyd. Boyd handles, gets around Gilbert, now over to Davis on the right wing. Davis dribbling center, wants to drive, is pushed away. They'll swing it left side for Blaine. Blaine stepping central now to Scott. He'll get it over to Boyd, high on the right side. Boyd driving the lane. Layup underneath the basket, no good. Maroons quick transition. Cunningham able to hold on and puts it up. Maroons now up 9-0. 5:36 to go in the first quarter. Bob, we got to be careful here that the game doesn't get away before it even begins.
Exactly what we said. We don't want this to start like the Lady Tigers, and it is happening that way.
Blaine hands off to Davis. Davis running into Blaine, top of the key. Davis going to back out, call the offense. His pass going to be picked off by Gilbert. Gilbert skips it forward to Parker, and Parker in transition able to get the finger roll. Maroons on an 11-0 run. Now with 4:59 to go in this first quarter. Davis one-on-one with Parker, has his ball tipped. Davis swings it over for Boyd. Boyd thinks about a three, instead gets it to Fralick's. Fralick's back to Boyd. Boyd double teamed over to Fralick's jumper. This one off the mark. Cunningham able to pick up the rebound, floats it forward for White. He kicks it out for Parker for three. Parker unable to convert. Seth Scott able to come away with the board, sends the Tigers in the opposite direction. Well, Parker picks off the pass. We'll hand it off to Cunningham. Thinks about a jumper. Instead, we'll put it back out to Parker, who'll swing it right for Gilbert. Gilbert hands off to Casey, and Casey's going to be fouled going up for the shot. That foul going against Seth Scott will be his first, team's second. And that will put Casey at the line for two. Casey's first connects. Jameer Riley checking into the game for John Davis. Darius Riley in for Jamarius Blaine. Casey back at the line. This one rattles in and out. Tigers with the rebound. They trail 12-0. 4:09 to go in the first. Here's Riley, one-on-one with Parker. Gonna try and get it to Boyd. That's gonna come past his outstretched hands and out. Maroons to inbound.
5 turnovers for the Tigers so far.
We're going to have a full timeout now taken by the Tigers. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back with the final 4:01 left in this first quarter. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Katies, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And welcome back to Don Parson Court here at Madisonville North Hopkins High School, where the first quarter has been all Maroons. They currently lead 12-0. And talking off air, Madisonville just a solid all-around basketball team. We mentioned a lot of basketball IQ. They move the ball around well. They have good size and athleticism. And all of that been on display for the first half of this first quarter. Back in action, Parker out of the backcourt. We'll get it over to White. White feeds Casey inside. Casey up, no good. Gets his own rebound and is going to be fouled again. That foul is going to go against Seth Scott. He'll pick up his second. Will be the team's third, and Casey back at the line for another 2. Casey able to convert on his first, and coming into this game, a 60% shooter from the line. We have a substitution now. Seth Scott checking out of the game, replaced by Cole Smiley. Casey second, up, connects. Maroons now on a 14-0 run. They lead 3:45 left in this quarter. Riley, cross midcourt, gets it to Boyd. Boyd, jumper, is going to connect, and that's the first point for the Tigers, who now trail 14-2. Parker gets this ball to White for 3, off the mark. Boyd snatching away the rebound, feeds it quickly forward for Riley. He'll dish it out to Boyd, 3 ball, off the mark. White able to snatch away the board. Pass up the court was tipped by Boyd, but then corralled by the Maroons. Parker will have it, feeds it inside to Casey, spins around Cole Smiley, shot up, no good. Able to get his own rebound and will now go up and finish. Maroons now leading 16-2. 2:57 to go in this first quarter. Riley has it picked by Parker. Parker with the finger roll and the foul. And so that will send Parker to the line for and 1. It's not a very smart foul on that one. He had the break and not much to alter that shot. So instead that will send Parker to the line for a 3-point play. So we're going to have a substitution coming in, Keyshawn Stone. Stone will replace Gilbert. Parker back at the line. Parker shot up, converts, makes it a 19-2 Maroon lead, 2:49 to go in the first. Ball passed over to Riley. Riley to Darius Riley. Well, now we'll hand over to Caden Fralix. Fralix cutting across the top of the lane, gives to Jameer Riley. Riley one-on-one, spinning, left side of the lane, shot up, no good, but a foul. That foul going against White will be his first, team second. That will put Jameer Riley at the line. First shot up by Jameer. Short, off the front of the iron. Another substitution checking in will be Christian Fields. Fields replacing White. Riley back for his second, missed his first. does the same on the second. Maroons with the rebound headed in the opposite direction. Here's Stone. Stone one-on-one with Blaine. We get it over to Parker. Parker stripped by Riley. Riley in transition. Finger roll, misses the layup. Coming a long pass down the court is past the hand of Kayshawn Casey, so it will be Tiger ball. I think that layup just a case of trying to get a little too fancy.
I think you could probably write that down in the, just lay it up.
Tigers trailing 19-2, 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Boyd, one-on-one, is going to drive the lane, spinning, left hand off the glass and in. Boyd with all 4 points for the Tigers. Comes Stone across midcourt. Handed over to Parker. Parker to Cunningham. Right side for Stone. Stone looking to drive baseline, gets it to the big man Casey. His shot blocked, but they're going to save some contact from Jameer Riley. That will send Casey back to the line after that Jameer Riley foul.
Jameer Riley, that's his first. That's the team's fifth. At the line, shooting 2 for Madisonville is Casey.
Casey's first connects. Coming in back into the game, Gilbert. He'll replace Parker. Casey good on his first, good on his second. Another substitution checking in, Jordan Vaughn. Vaughn replacing the big man Casey. Tigers trailing 21-4, a minute 31 left in this first quarter. Boyd across midcourt, gets it to Riley near left side. Going to the left corner for Fralix. He'll dribble it back out to the point and hand off to Blaine. Blaine driving, left side of the lane. Skips it inside to Fralix. Middle of the lane, shots up off the glass and in. Makes it 21-6, coming the other way, the Maroons. Gilbert has this ball stripped. Boyd heading in the opposite direction, spinning, shot up off the glass and in. 2 quick baskets by the Tigers make it 21-8. We've got run and gun basketball going on now. Madisonville looking to press the pace and get it up court quickly.
3 turnovers for the Maroons here in the last minute of play.
Stone hands off to Fields, gets it to Cunningham. Now Fields for 3. Fields not able to connect. Boyd able to snatch away the rebound. Going to push it quickly up to Jameer Riley. Gets it to Cole Smiley. A lot of contact on that one.
Yeah, well, you know, we can't draw a foul.
Smiley ate the contact, was still able to finish. Cuts the deficit down to 11. Stone, one-on-one with Smiley. He's going to kick it off to Gilbert. They'll try and feed it inside for Vaughn. Picked off by Jamarius Blaine. Blaine spinning around 8 seconds. Looking for Boyd, gets it to him 5. Boyd looking to drive, 2 seconds. Deep 3 put up. This one off the mark. Rebounded by Vaughn. And after 1 quarter of play, it's Madisonville North Hopkins 21, Caldwell County 10. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back with your second quarter. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
This is Holly Van Hoover with the Rural Agency in Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodall@woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
And we're back here for the second quarter. Caldwell County trailing after one, 21-10. And Eric, at one time in that quarter was 19-2. So we made up 6 points really in the last minute of the first quarter. Madisonville will inbound it to, Caldwell County will inbound it to start the second quarter. 21-10 is the lead for Madisonville, and for the call here in the second quarter, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Boyd brings it across midcourt. Looking to drive. Gets it to Smiley. Jumper top of the key, just shy. Tigers able to corral the rebound. They'll get it to Jameer Riley. Riley into the corner to Fralix. Fralix tries to feed Smiley inside. Instead, it's going to come off the leg of Parker. Tigers will maintain possession.
The big guy is on the bench, we know.
Fralix to inbound, gets it to Jameer Riley. Riley skips this ball to the point to Blaine. Blaine driving. Blaine going to absorb some contact. I believe that foul is going to go against Stone.
Fouls on Keyshawn Stone. That's his first.
Stone will pick up his first, the team's third. Tigers to inbound. Get it to Blaine, now to the point to Riley. High right side to Fralix, into the right corner for Boyd. Boyd back to Smiley. He'll hand it off. Boyd looking to drive, goes up with the left hand, too strong off the glass. Parker pulling away the rebound. Parker will hold up, gets it over to Gilbert. Gilbert for Stone, he'll return it. Gilbert high, next to the Maroon logo. Handed high right side now for Stone. He'll throw a cross-court pass to Parker, who will return the favor. Stone to Gilbert. Gilbert driving to Vaughn. Vaughn has his pocket pick coming the other way. Boyd. Boyd goes up, gets the finger rolling in, makes it a 21-12 game. 6:41 to go. Stone content to take his time as he brings it across midcourt. Floated over for Gilbert. Gilbert to Parker. Parker looking to drive, is going to be turned away at the top of the key. We'll hand it back to Gilbert, and we're going to have a timeout taken. See if this is full or a 30. We get the official word, going to be a 30. We'll keep it here. And Bob, with the starters out for Madisonville, Tigers able to work their way back to some degree, only trailing 21-12, but looking like a substitution of starters set to come back in for the Maroons.
You can tell on this couple of trips down the floor that they did not have a go-to guy, as the three starters that are checked back in can give them, especially Casey inside at 6'9". So, but the Tigers, to their credit, have cut a 17-point lead down to 9. And we're still early here in the second quarter, 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go. And for the remainder of the quarter, my broadcast partner, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action, Tigers trailing 21-12. 6:15 to go in the first half. There's Gilbert, feeds it inside for the big man Casey, kicks it out to Cunningham for three from the corner, leaves this one shy. Boyd able to come away with the rebound.
We didn't see that in Princeton.
No. There's Smiley with the jumper, off the mark. White able to corral it. White out of the backcourt, two-step into the lane, up, no good, and they're going to get White for a travel. That'll head back the opposite direction, so a good break for the Tigers. Opportunity to whittle down this 21-12 Maroon lead. Boyd to bring it out of the backcourt. They'll swing it over near side for Riley, into the corner for Fralix. Fralix back to Blaine. Blaine returns it to Fralix. Fralix cutting across the key, able to feed it, cutting. Darren Boyd, excellent assist there from Fralix. Makes it a 21-14 game.
Lead whittled down to 7.
Parker across, will hand it to Cunningham, now to Gilbert. Gilbert to White. White will hold, gets it back to Parker. He'll feed it inside to Casey, kicks it out to Cunningham. Drive, shot up from the left side, no good. Gilbert able to get the rebound to put it away for two. Maroons lead 23-14, 4:56 to go in the second. Inbound pass is going to be knocked away by Parker, so Tigers will maintain possession of the ball. Boyd to inbound. We'll get it to Riley, who brings it across the midcourt line. Riley into the corner for Fralix. Cross-court pass to Blaine. Blaine driving. Kick it back out to Boyd. Three, connects it. 23-17 Maroon lead. Tigers working their way back into this ball game after a sluggish first quarter. Here's White. White, two-step into the lane, is going to be fouled. I'll say that this foul is going to be on the floor. That foul going against Boyd. That will be Boyd's first, will be the team's sixth. Subbing back into the game, John Davis. He'll replace Blaine. Maroons to inbound. They float it high for Gilbert. Gilbert comes right side now into the corner for Parker. They'll return it to White. Thinks about a three. He's met quickly by Davis. Hands it back off to Parker. Parker to White, back to Parker for three. Had an open look. This one off, no good. Boyd high flying, able to snatch away the board. Tigers come in the opposite direction. They'll get it to Riley. Riley for three. Rattles around, no good. Casey with the rebound. Maroons pushing it quickly. Parker kicks it out to Cunningham. Pump fake, drives, right hand floater. Can't get this one to drop. Maroons able to snatch away the board. Cunningham's going to reset with three. This one no good. Ball tipped out and picked up by White. White will hold high at the point. Tigers set up in a 2-3 zone. Davis steps out to the point to meet White. His pass going to be intercepted by Riley. Riley feeds it to Blaine, or to Boyd, and Boyd able to finish with the left hand. Tigers now only trailing 23-19. And an excellent run from Caldwell County forces the 30-second timeout from the Maroons.
And what more could you ask for? The Tigers really play an inspired ball. Good defensive pressure on these guys, and the shots aren't going in like they went in Princeton. And we're able to rebound with these guys a little bit better tonight, Eric. And we only find ourselves down 4 with 3 minutes, 21 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that, who would have thought after that first quarter, Tigers not getting their first point until about 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Now cut it down to 23-19.
And Darian Boyd has 15 of our 19 points, so he's going to probably get his 1,000th point here sometime in the second half tonight.
Would say so, just
maybe here in the second quarter.
Tigers trailing 23-19, looking for another big defensive stand. North in possession of the ball. Parker to feed it inside, has it tipped. Gilbert able to pick it up, puts a shot up, no good. And Smiley able to take away the rebound. Here come the Tigers out of the backcourt. Boyd, jumper, right elbow, connects. And we've got a 2-point game, 23-21. Tigers right back in this thing. There's Parker at the point. Will be met by Davis, gives it to Cunningham. Cunningham's pass floated for White. White stepping into the lane, and that's going to be a charge that comes back the other way. Caden Frelick's heads up play there. 8th contact from White. Frelick's looks like he's got a little bit of a busted nose. Hopefully they can get that fixed fairly quickly. He'll check out and Blaine will check in for him, but a heads up play from the sophomore. Saw White going to make that drive, was able to get his feet set, 8th contact, and the Tigers with the opportunity to tie or take the lead on this possession. Here's Boyd, one-on-one, spinning, middle of the lane, puts it up, no good, but draws the foul from the big fella Casey. So that will be Casey's second foul of the game, will be the team's 5th, and Boyd, the Tigers' leading free throw shooter, at the line with the opportunity to tie. His first short, off the iron. Substitution from the Maroons. Fields will check in. White will have a seat. Boyd back at the line. Missed his first. Will connect on his second. We're back down to a 1-point game. Tigers trail 23-22, 2:20 to go in the second. Tigers at 1 point down 19 to 2, able to work this back in to a 23-22 ball game. Some very, very inspired basketball being played by the Tigers in the second quarter.
On a 20-4 run, the Tigers are.
Here's Stone. He'll hand over to Gilbert. Stone floats it off the backboard to no one. Boyd feeds it up to Davis. Davis' shot no good. Boyd able to snatch it away, and he's going to be fouled by Fields. And the Tigers right back, and now we have a technical called. We'll see who that goes against. That's going to go against Fields.
There's a personal foul on number 24, Christian Fields.
So Fields being hit with the technical, him and Davis getting mixed up underneath the basket. Davis, no stranger to contact and to controversy at times, and was able to, I don't know if bait is the word, but
Who was the technical on, Eric?
technical was on Fields.
So he drew the personal and the
technical.
Yes, he did. They got him up with 2 on the board.
So Fields now with 2. Davis able to get him to shove him, and that's where the technical came from, was the shove underneath the basket.
I didn't see it.
Boyd at the line. Makes his first. We're all tied at 23 apiece. Boyd second, leaves it short. But now he'll shoot for the technical.
Uncharacteristic, Darian, 2 out of 4.
Boyd's first connects, and the Tigers with their first lead of the game. Once trailed 19-2, now lead 24-23. Make it 25 as Boyd connects on his second. And Bob, if you would ask me in the second quarter, would the Tigers have the lead? I would not have.
Could almost have wagered that the game was over.
And the Tigers now with a 25-23 lead, a minute 46 left in this first half. Here's Boyd, long 2 straight away. Won't connect. Maroons with the rebound, almost gave that one up. Tiptoeing on that baseline was the big man Casey. There's Stone to bring it across midcourt. Stone to Cunningham. Cunningham's going to have that ball tipped away by Davis. And the Tigers just all kinds of energy and life. Freliks will check back in. He will replace Blaine. Good to see he's all doctored up after taking the charge. The Tigers leading 25-23, a minute 20 left. Maroons in possession. 3 put up by Cunningham, connects. And Madisonville retakes the lead, now lead 26-25. Boyd across midcourt, gets it to Riley. Riley, open look for 3, takes it, off the mark. Stone able to come away with the rebound and then fouled by Boyd. Boyd came in trying to knock that ball loose.
That was on Boyd, that's his second.
That will be Boyd's second foul. Will be team 7th, so that will put Stone at the line for the bonus. You got to hope in this final minute Boyd doesn't pick up any more fouls.
And I think he won because the other night he didn't foul at all in the second half, and that was just an attempt to try to snatch one. And pretty heady ball player.
That's a very, very high basketball IQ. Stone able to convert on the first, so he'll be rewarded with the second. Maroons now lead 27-25. Stone for a second, able to connect. Madisonville now with a 3-point lead. Minute left, Tigers in possession. Madisonville now on a press. They get it across midcourt to Blaine. Blaine, middle of the lane. Ball comes off the foot of Vaughn. Vaughn holding up his hand like he's confused. So it will be Tiger ball. They'll have it for the final 48.2 seconds. Freliks to inbound, able to get it to Boyd. Boyd will hold 44 seconds. Back up, Cunningham steps to him. He'll throw it over near side for Blaine. Blaine's pass read and picked off by Parker, and Parker in transition able to get the easy finger roll. That one may be a youthful mistake. She really telegraphed where that pass was going. Here's Davis, cross midcourt. Davis double team, gets it to Freliks, and a foul. Stone come crashing in for that ball, made the contact, and that will send Freliks to the line for the 1-and-1.
That's his second. That's the team's 8th. And Tigers shooting one.
Frelick coming into this game shooting 75%. Converts on his first of the 1-and-1, so he'll step back up to take the second. Freilich back for 2. Shots up and in. Tigers trail 30-27, 21.3 seconds. Stone going to let this ball roll and pick it up near the midcourt line, 18 seconds. Stone content to back out and hold. He'll hand off to Cunningham. Cunningham returns to Stone, 8 seconds. Now to Cunningham. Cunningham for 3, converts it. Makes it 33-27. Last second shot by Davis from midcourt, just off the mark. And after 1/2 of play, Tigers with a extremely impressive comeback. Now trail only 33-27. We'll go ahead and take a 3-minute break and be back with your halftime stats. You're listening to Caldwell County Basketball here on 103.3 FM, the Tigers.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Hello, this is Gloria Smith with the law office of Jeff Russo. Are you buying or selling real estate? Are you planning on refinancing your existing home loan? If so, you should be aware that you have your choice in which attorney provides the legal services associated with such transactions. Our law office has over 50 years of experience in real estate law. We pride ourselves on being cost-effective and having a quick turnaround time. If you're in need of such services, call us today at 365-2763 or find us on the web at www.jeffrussolaw.com. We are located in downtown Princeton on the east side of the courthouse.
This is an advertisement. February is Love Month. Hey, this is Pam Havelock because we live in Interiors and Boutique. We want to share the love with you. We are offering 15% off mattresses, 50% off all winter clothing, and Jake wanted to share the love too. Our Cotton Cafe dog treats will be 15% off through the month of February. Come to Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, where spreading the love is always our deal. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, located at 235 Northfield Drive, right by the bowling alley in Princeton. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we're family owned and managed by people who care more about you. During your most difficult hours, you deserve the most understanding and caring service available. That is what you get at Morgan's Funeral Home. That's what separates us from the rest. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
And welcome back to Don Parson Court. It's halftime. Tigers able to make a very sizable comeback. At one point down 19-2 in the first quarter. Now only trail 33-27 after 1/2 of play. And a lot of that a credit to some stout defense and then some big-time shooting from the Tigers.
And Eric, you're right. We were outscored. We came strong at the end of the first quarter, down one time, 19-2. We closed with an 8-2 run to make it 21-10 Madisonville at the end of one. In the second quarter, Caldwell County outscores Madisonville 17-12. Trail here at halftime, 6 points, 33-27. For Caldwell County, Darian Boyd with 21 points here in the first half on 7 two-point field goals, 1 3, and uncharacteristically missing a couple free throws in the first half, 4 out of 6 from the free throw strike for his 21 points. 4 points for Caden Frelick on a field goal, 2 out of 2 from the charity stripe, and 2 points for Cole Smiley on a field goal. Total of 27 points for the Tigers here in the first half. The Tigers 6 out of 10 from the charity stripe, shooting 60% free throw line in the first half for Madisonville. They're led by Marquise Parker with 9 points. He has 4 field goals, 2-point variety, 1 out of 1 from the free throw line for his 9 points. 8 points for Cade Cunningham on 1, 2, and 2 threes. His threes coming late in the second quarter, helping Madisonville to get to this 6-point lead at halftime. 7 points for the big guy inside, Keyshawn Parker, with 1 field goal and 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, for a total of 7 points. 2 points for Keyshawn Stone on 2 out of 2 free throw line, and 2 points for J.D. Gilbert on a field goal. Madisonville North Hopkins 8 out of 9 from the free throw line here in the first half, and we have Madisonville 8 turnovers here in the first half, Caldwell County with 7. So the Tigers have clawed their way back into this game, Eric, and if we can shoot reasonably well in the second half, particularly the third quarter, we don't want to have them outscore us 5, 6, 7 points in the third to make this a double-digit lead for us to have to come back in the fourth quarter. It'd be great if we could outscore them in the third, or at least stay up with them.
Right, and that's something the Tigers are going to have to watch out for, is still that perimeter shooting. Madisonville not hesitant to take a shot from deep. Haven't been as effective from the outside as they were in Princeton, but it's very apparent that that's going to be a threat going forward.
The 3 points, Madisonville has 3 of them here at halftime. The first one was Kenny White, probably to lead the game off from 3-point land, and then their other 2 threes coming late in the second quarter. So in between, they had some other 3-point shots. They just didn't go down, but they were getting the ball inside, and they had maybe 3 breakaway layups that errant passes, telegraph passes, turnovers by the Tigers aided in some easy baskets for Madisonville North Hopkins, but the Tigers, give them credit, fighting back here in the ball game, trailing 6 points on the Madisonville's home floor.
That wasn't a bad attempt. We got a contest going on. Had a young lady take a 3-point shot from take a midcourt shot, and not too far off the mark.
No, and one-handed, it was kind of a throw, but for somebody to throw a ball like that, especially a young lady, is impressive.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, she was only about a foot off getting that ball maybe in the backboard area and having it bank in.
So we're about 2:47 away from the start of the second half. We're going to go ahead and take a minute break, and then we'll come back and get you ready for the start of the second. You've been listening to Tigers Basketball Halftime here on 103.3 The Tiger.
It's time once again to start planning your agricultural strategy and the form of financing your farming operation. Fredonia Valley Bank would like to help you with your planting and harvesting this year by offering competitive rates on all your farming needs. Whether it be an agricultural line of credit or an agricultural loan secured by farm real estate, Fredonia Valley Bank can help keep your worries to a minimum when it comes to farming expenses by instituting a repayment plan suitable to meet your needs. If you're wanting to see your farming operation grow and prosper this year, come by to see one of our experienced loan officers today. Fredonia Valley Bank loan officers are willing to sit down with you anytime and discuss the different options we have to offer. Visit Fredonia Valley Bank today at your location, 602 Cassidy Avenue, Fredonia, 226 Commerce Street, Eddyville. Member FDIC and Equal House lender.
And welcome back here. 1 minute, 37 seconds remaining in the half. Again, we remind you, Caldwell County trailing Madisonville North Hopkins here 33-27. And also a reminder again that Darian Boyd needs 24 points in this game to score his 1,000th point, and he's only 3 away from that right now. So
I would imagine he will probably reach that threshold in in tonight's game.
Yeah, I would think so and hope so, and congratulations to that young man for what he's achieved so far in his basketball career, still only a junior. And Eric, again, to not belittle the point, but if Caldwell County can get some stops and keep the big guys off the board and the three-point shots don't go down, we do something and get some good open shots and good open looks, we can play with these guys.
And what an upset that would be. That would send a little bit of a ripple through the 7th district and the 2nd region. Madisonville, I would imagine, the favorite for the 7th district tournament, but to drop one on your home court to a district rival, that would be quite a message to send.
Yes, and we've remarked how good Madisonville is in all phases of the game, and only one senior. Maybe, I'm not real sure whether they start any seniors or not, but they're young, talented, and really make a lot of noise, not only this year, but next year as well. So, tough opponent here for the Tigers tonight. Madisonville North Hopkins will inbound it to start the 3rd quarter here inside midcourt. Madisonville going right to left on your radio dial, and for the call here in the 3rd quarter, my broadcast partner, Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Tigers trailing 33-27. Maroons in possession of the ball. Parker holds it at the point. Parker one-on-one is going to drive. Shot up, no good, but draws the foul. Looks like that foul is going to go against John Davis.
No, Caden Frelick.
Caden Frelick. A mistake that will be against Caden Frelick. Will be Frelick's first, team's first of the half. Parker at the line for 2. Parker able to connect on his first.
Madisonville shooting really well, 9 out of 10 so far from the free throw line.
Parker's second connects, makes it a 35-27 game. Tigers to inbound, they get it to Boyd. He's double teamed. We'll skip it over to Davis. Davis is passed back to Boyd. Boyd able to get it across midcourt to Jameer Riley. Riley down low to Frelick. Frelick's not able to finish with the right hand. Smiley able to pick up the rebound, and Cole Smiley with the and one play. Big time basket there from the sophomore.
Big time rebound as well.
We'll put Smiley at the line to try and make it a 3-point play, cut the deficit back down to 5. Smiley's free throw, pure shot, makes it a 35-30 game. And that's the kind of response you needed after North jumping out with some quick points. Here's Parker.
County and a man-to-man.
Parker gets it to Cunningham, wants to drive baseline. He's going to throw a pass back out for Parker. Parker corrals high on the left side. He's one-on-one with Frelick, so we'll have a cross-court pass to White. White to Cunningham, feeds it inside to Casey. Casey, big man uncontested, able to go up and put it away. Makes it a 37-30 game, 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Here's Davis to Frelick. Frelick's pass tipped. Boyd corrals, gets it to Riley. Riley skips the pass underneath the basket. And that one's going to go out for a turnover, opting to, instead of going up with the ball, to try and get the assist. Leads to a turnover. Maroons will bring it the other way, leading 37-30.
Madisonville back in their press, which they were most of the first half.
There's Parker. At the point, gets it to White. White's going to hand off to Gilbert. Gilbert tries to throw it down low for Casey, picked off by Davis. Boyd coming the other way, tries to find John Davis. That pass is going to be tipped. Maroons long ball up the court, and Cunningham able to finish with the right hand. Extends the lead to 9. Here come the Tigers. Riley, middle of the lane, goes up, can't connect. Contested rebound, bounces around. They're going to say Tiger ball. Last off the hands of Casey. Tigers quickly inbound, get it to Riley at the point. Riley over to Frelick. Now to Boyd. Boyd spinning, step back, jumper. Might have got a piece of that one, came up shy. Maroons with the board, going coast to coast is Parker. He's going to hand it off to White. White backing it up high on the right side. It's now going to drive the left side of the lane, puts it up with the left hand. And that's the length of White, able to finish that one with Jameer Riley defending him hard on his right side.
He also got a great screen from the big guy, too, to get open.
We're going to have a timeout taken by the Tigers. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and be back with the final 5:37 of the third quarter. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tigers.
Here's a reminder from your Princeton Electric Plant Board. Meter tampering is dangerous. Tampering with an electric meter is not only dangerous, it is dishonest and against the law. Stealing electricity by tampering with an electric meter may result in your arrest and can even risk your life. Tampering with meters results in increased utility bills that everyone has to pay. If you see anyone tampering with an electric meter, call the Princeton Electric Plant Board right away at 270-365-2031. Princeton Electric Plant Board, Princeton's #1 energy source.
And we're back here at Maroon Gym. Tigers to inbound the ball, bring it the length of the court. Tigers down 41-30. And for the remainder of the third quarter, the call by Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacobs.
Big spot back in action. Tigers trying to work their way back from an 11-point deficit. Currently trying to break the press of the Maroons. Freilic's athletic play to hold on. Gets it to Smiley. He'll kick it off to Boyd. Boyd's going to be fouled. That foul going against Marquise Parker. Parker picks up his first foul, will be the team's second. Freilic's to inbound. Freilich gets it to Boyd. As we mentioned, Boyd needs 3 more points in order to reach 1,000 points in his career. He's only a junior at Caldwell County High School. Freilich now to Smiley to Boyd. Hands it to Smiley for a jumper. No good. Parker able to get the rebound. Parker pulls up left side of the lane. They're going to wave off the basket, and they'll call him for a travel.
Madisonville fans not agreeing with that call.
Not polite way to put it. Tigers inbound. Davis over to Smiley. And they're going to call him late on a travel. Happened way down on the other end. I feel like that one might be what we like to call a makeup.
Well, you know, when it's called 3 seconds after the play.
And I think the call was correct.
Well, the call was correct. but when it's not made timely, it's not correct.
Correct. Tigers defending, set up in a 2-3 zone. Parker will hold it at the point. 4:27 to go in the third quarter. Parker over to Cunningham. Cunningham cross-court pass. They'll feed it down low for Vaughn. Vaughn's jumper off the mark. Boyd able to snatch away the board. Comes Boyd in the opposite direction. Gets it to Davis. Davis inside to Smiley. Turns, shoots, and Cole Smiley really having himself a nice game. His presence has been noticed on the inside. Here comes White, middle of the lane, rolls around, no good, able to get his foot back. And Madisonville back to an 11-point lead. The Tigers get it to Freilich. Riley able to save it. Boyd through the lane, puts it up, no good. Quick pass up to Parker. They're going to say Parker stepped on the baseline. Will come the opposite direction.
And speaking of Cole Smiley, Eric, he has all 5 points for the Tigers here in the third quarter.
A big quarter for him.
Yes, exactly.
Some quality minutes for the big man.
And neutralizing their height to some degree.
He's been substituted out now. Jude East was put in, and now we have a backcourt violation called. Will come the other direction. So a little choppy here in the third quarter.
I don't know how they can be backcourt when the ball was thrown from backcourt into backcourt or front court.
Beats me on that one. Tigers still trailing by 11. 3:22 to go in this quarter. Boyd with the tip. Able to out-muscle Parker and then get the finger roll up and in. Boyd now only 1 point away from picking up his 1,000th career point. For Stone for the Maroons. He'll swing it far right side. It'll be returned to Parker at the point. He'll hand it off to Stone by the Maroons logo. Stone will hold. Tigers in a 2-3 zone. 2:54 to go in the third.
And I think they're slowing it down.
Stone inside to White. White able to finish with the left hand, and this one's starting to get away from the Tigers once again.
They're using number 3, White's athletic ability.
Long pass thrown to Riley. Riley fouled. That foul going against Stone will be Stone's third foul, team's third. Tigers to inbound from the right baseline. They get it into East. They'll hand it over to Davis. Davis high on the right side of the perimeter. Davis wanting to drive, looks to kick it out to East. East not quite ready for the pass as it goes past his hands for a Tiger turnover. Tigers now their 5th turnover of this half. Tigers trailing 45-34. 2:23 to go in the third quarter. There's Stone. He hands over to Gilbert. Gilbert to White. To Stone. Stone taking it to the left corner. Now drives baseline. Takes it all the way out for White. He'll hand it over to Parker. Parker dribbles at central. Is going to be driven away. Ball now into the corner. Stone forced to go all the way back to the midcourt line. He'll hold a minute 57. Stone continuing to hold, will dribble right. Hands it over to Gilbert. Gilbert left corner for Parker. Parker steps in, drives baseline, tries to find Vaughn underneath the basket, not there. Boyd headed in the opposite direction, is fouled as he throws a shot up.
The foul's on J.D. Gilbert.
That will be Gilbert's first foul. Be the team's 4th, and Boyd at the line. Bob, I believe this, if he hits this free throw, will be his 1,000th career point.
And it is.
Congratulations to Darren Boyd on that point, as that makes number 1,000 in his junior year.
Number 24, Christian Fields.
Fields checking in the game. He will replace White. Boyd back at the line. Second connects. Makes it now a 9-point Maroon lead.
Cunningham, he replaces Marquise Parker.
A minute 39 left. Maroons in possession. Stone taking his time to bring it out of the backcourt. He'll hold. Davis steps to him. Now he goes right side for Gilbert. Thinks about a 3. Will return it to Stone. Stone, one-on-one. Pass is tipped. East picks it up. We'll get it to Riley. Riley hard pass to Davis. Davis stepping into the circle. Underneath to Frelick, and Frelick double teamed on that one with the block.
Does that count as 1 block or 2 blocks?
Not sure on that one.
2 guys hit it.
Here's Riley, middle of the lane, shot up, no good. Cole Smiley back into the game for the Tigers. Maroons lose the ball. They'll dish it out to Boyd. Now he drives, jumper, up, no good. Gilbert able to snag away the rebound.
Could have used 2 points there.
Yes. Gilbert cross midcourt, 52 seconds, hands it over to Stone, high on the right side. Stone back to Gilbert, right at the Maroons logo. He'll hold 44 seconds. Madisonville content to let time run off. Now they'll swing it over for Cunningham. Cunningham spinning, shots up. Jameer Riley, high flying with the block. Boyd spinning into the lane, up and fouled. And that will send Darren Boyd to the line for 2.
Fouls on T-shot.
And
that's his 4th. That's the
that foul going against Stone, his 4th, team's 5th. Boyd back at the line. Boyd's first connects.
back in the game with Dennisville, number 20.
Parker checking back into the game. He'll replace Stone. Bob, that whole trip started with a big-time block from Jameer Riley, just athleticism on display, high-rising. Boyd second finds the bottom of the basket. Tigers now trail 45-38, 24 seconds. Ball to Parker. Tigers in a press. They get it to Gilbert. He's able to get across midcourt into the corner for Cunningham for three. And Cunningham able to connect. Makes it a 10-point lead once again. 7 seconds. Boyd across midcourt. Boyd one-on-one. Loses it, throws it up, no good. They'll wave that off, and after 3 quarters of play, it's Madisonville 48, Caldwell County 38. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with your final 4th quarter of play. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tigers.
Tri-Keys in Princeton would like to give a big shout out to one of our own, Jeff McDowell. Jeff has given Tri-Keys 34 years as one of our top service technicians, and General Motors thinks so also, as they selected Jeff in the top 20 service technicians out of over 7,000 in the Southeast region. We're so proud of you, Jeff. The extra time and dedication it takes to achieve this honor speaks volumes about him. Tri-Keys Incorporated offers top-notch service on all your GM and Chrysler vehicles by certified technicians Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. Call 270-365-5522. Your appointment today. Tri-Keys Incorporated, Highway 91 North in Princeton.
We're back here at Maroon Gym, Don Parson Court for the 4th quarter. Tigers trail by 10, 48-38. Tigers will inbound it here in front of us for the 4th quarter and for the call here in the 4th quarter by broadcast buddy Eric Jacobs.
Thanks, Bob. Back in action. Tigers trail by 10. Riley high flying through the lanes, going to put one up, no good. Maroons with the rebound. Here's White, top of the key. Is able to get it over to Parker. Parker one-on-one with Davis. Not able to get around him. Davis is going to be called for the foul. That will be Davis's second. Will be the team's second foul. Maroons to inbound. Cunningham gets it to Casey. Now to Parker. Parker shot up and in. Makes it a 50-38 game. Boyd across midcourt. They'll hold it high at the point. Maroons coming out in the 2-3 zone. Ball's fed inside to Riley. Riley top of the key now to Davis. He'll give it to Smiley, to Davis, to Boyd. Boyd inside to Riley, kicks it out for Fralix. Back to Boyd, straightaway 3, off the back of the iron. Parker with the rebound. Parker's going to take it coast to coast, misses the layup. And the ensuing rebound is going to be knocked out by the Maroons. Tigers will have possession of the ball. Bob, on this possession coming down, Tigers need some points.
Crucial trip down the floor.
Fralix for 3. That one's going to be off the mark. Riley able to get the rebound, though, and put it away for 2. Knocks it back down to a 10-point deficit. Tigers will look for a big defensive stand on this Maroon possession. Comes Parker across midcourt. Will hand it over to White, who returns it to Parker. Parker looking to drive, hands it over for Fields. Fields inside to Casey. Casey spins, shot up with the right hand. Won't get it to drop, but absorbs some contact. That foul, I believe it should go against Cole Smiley. It's Casey's first off the back of the iron, no good.
We're going to give it, they haven't put it up yet, but we're going to give it to Cole.
I believe it was Smiley. Smiley was on his back when the shot was taken. Now officially it does go to Smiley. It's his first, the team's third. Casey missed his first of 2, is now back to take his second. He will connect on his second, makes it an 11-point lead for the Maroons. 6:25 left in the ballgame. Boyd across midcourt, give it to Fralix. Fralix feeds it to Riley in the right corner. Give it to Fralix, they'll rotate it around the horn to the left side. Boyd thought about driving, steps back, now will drive, middle of the lane, kicks it out to Davis for 3 from the corner off the mark. Fralix with the rebound, goes back up, has his shot blocked. Cunningham able to pull away the board for the Maroons. Cunningham will give it to White. White floats it back for Cunningham, inside for Casey. Casey up and blocked by Boyd. They're going to say Boyd got a piece of him on that one. Boyd.
When we block them, we get called for fouls, Eric. When they block us, they don't get called for fouls.
That's Boyd's third foul. Casey back at the line for 2, converts his first. Casey back at the line for a second. Off the back of the iron, no good. Smiley with the rebound. Tigers looking to transition quickly. Here's Boyd, middle of the lane, up, no good, but a foul called. I believe that foul is going to go against Casey. That will be his 4th foul. And will be Madisonville North's 6th team foul. So the big man in some foul trouble with 5:41 left. Boyd able to hit his first free throw. Now Casey's going to be subbed out. He'll be replaced by Vaughn. Boyd back at the line. Second shot is up and in. Makes it a 52-42 ball game, 5:40 left.
Still hanging around that 10-point mark. We get a stop and we get it into single digits.
Gilbert driving, kicks it out to Cunningham for 3. Cunningham misses. Tigers with the rebound, floated up quickly for Riley. Riley in transition, able to get the finger roll for 2. Make it back to single digit, a 8-point Maroon lead. Look for another big stop here from the Tigers. Parker across midcourt. He's going to hand it off for White. White for Cunningham. Cunningham driving the lane, goes up with the right hand and converts. We're back to a 10-point Maroon lead. Right at 5 minutes left to go in this 4th quarter here at Maroon Gym in Madisonville North Hopkins High School. Ball's fed underneath to Fralix, and Fralix again is going to be blocked by White. We're going to have a timeout taken by the Maroons. Will be a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break and then be back with your final 4:51. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
My name is Beth Talbot. I'm excited to announce my affiliation with the Community Medical Clinic on Hawthorne Street in Princeton. Growing up, I always had a desire to help others and provide care to those in need. I've dedicated my life to providing this care to our community, and I'm excited to provide this care for you at Community Medical Clinic in Princeton. So I wanted to let you know that although my location has changed, I will continue to be able to see my existing patients and look forward to the opportunity to serve new patients. You can call the Community Medical Clinic at 270-365-0227 to schedule your appointment today. I look forward to providing quality care to the community that I grew up in.
Welcome back to Maroon Gym. 4 minutes and 51 seconds remaining here in the 4th quarter. Tigers still trailing by 10 as we were at the end of the 3rd quarter. So Madisonville not able to run away with the game as we thought was a possibility that could happen. Caldwell County with the ball underneath their basket, and for the call, Tiger sportscaster Eric Jacob.
Thanks, Bob. Pass is going to be knocked away by Cunningham. They get it up quickly to Parker. Parker able to get the layup to go, and so the Maroons now with a 12-point lead, 4:39 left.
Costly turnover there for the Tigers.
There's Boyd at the point. Top of the key to Smiley. Hands it back off to Boyd. Spinning into the lane. Not able to get the roll. And White there for the rebound. He's going to push it up quickly to Parker. Parker side of the lane. Up no good. Gets his own rebound. Can't convert this one. Smiley able to snatch away the board. Here come the Tigers in transition. Get it to Riley. Riley will back it out and hold it high on the right side of the arc. Now to Fralix. Fralix dribbles it central, gets it to Boyd, spinning, middle of the lane. Nice handwork there, able to cut it through 2 defenders and put it up with the left. We're back to a 10-point game. 3:50 left. Tigers looking to edge back from this 10-point Maroon lead. Maroons handing it off. Here's White, middle of the lane. Loses the ball, and they're going to say he was fouled. Looks like that foul is going to go to Jameer Riley. That will be Riley's second, team's 5th. The Maroons will inbound from their own baseline. They'll get it to Vaughn. Takes it out for Cunningham. Drives baseline. Right-hand floater off the mark. Freilich able to come away with the board. Tigers heading in the opposite direction. Handed off to Riley. Riley, one-on-one, gets around Parker. No look to Smiley underneath. Goes up and is fouled. And that will send Cole Smiley to the line for 2.
White, that's his third. That's the team's 7.
That will go against Kenny White, will be his 3rd. Got a full timeout taken. We'll go ahead and take another 30-second break, and then we'll be back for 2 free throws from the sophomore Cole Smiley. You're listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger. Hanging around.
Hey Princeton, this is Jack from First Southern National Bank. I'm excited to share I'm moving my office to our Princeton branch. That means the next time you're looking for a loan, whether big or small, you've got another convenient First Southern location to choose from. Be sure to stop by to see us the next time you're in town. First Southern National Bank has 2 branches in Caldwell County, 1013 West Main and 101 West Washington Street. Visit us online at www.ssnb.net. First Southern National Bank, Equal Housing Lender, Federal Registry 409-424, NMLS 162-379.
And we're back here at Don Parson Court, Maroon Gym. Cole Smiley going to the free throw line for 2, trying to cut this 10-point lead of Madisonville's down to 8.
And the Tigers hanging around. This would be big to convert both of these. Smiley at the line for 2. First, pure shot. Cuts it down to 9. Smiley for his second, and Tigers trail by 8. 56-48 after 2 big free throws from the sophomore Cole Smiley. A really excellent free throw shooter, good form.
Nice, he has a nice shot.
I have nice soft touch.
Coupled with his height, he's only a sophomore too.
Maroons in possession. Here's Gilbert driving the lane, goes up and in. Will make it a 3-point play and not the answer that you want if you're a Tiger fan. Freilich picks up his second, will be the team's 6th, and that will put J.D. Gilbert at the line to try and make it a 3-point play and extend it to an 11-point Maroon lead. Gilbert shot up, no good, rebounded by Riley. Tigers now on the attack. Blaine high on the left side. Get it central to Freilich, inside to Riley. Riley 2-step into the lane, has his shot knocked off course by White.
Shot it too hard.
Gilbert at the top of the key will back out to the circle at midcourt. So handoff for White, and White is going to be called for the carry, or my mistake, the travel. And so the Tigers, with the opportunity, still down 10, 2:40 to go, need some points here and then a big defensive stop on the other end. Boyd will hand off for Blaine. Blaine back to Boyd. Return it to the point. They swing it right side for Freilich. Freilich back central for Boyd. Boyd one-on-one, looking to drive. It's not there. They'll back out. Step back, long 2, no good. Freilich with the rebound. He'll go up as blocked. And Gilbert able to snatch away the board. Gilbert going coast to coast into the lane, able to finish with the right hand. Maroons now lead 60-48. 2:03 left in the ballgame. Tigers to Blaine. Blaine holds, gets it to Riley, kicks it out for Boyd. 3, Boyd able to put that one away. Tigers hanging around, now only down 9. 1:45. Need a big defensive stand here. White into the lane, shots put up short. Gilbert able to get the board. And as Gilbert goes up, he's going to be fouled. And that will put J.D. Gilbert at the line for 2. You'd almost rather see that than to give him the easy 2.
Exactly.
That foul went against Blaine. Gilbert's first, converts. We're back to a 10-point lead.
We almost had that rebound, Eric. It just didn't bounce our way.
Gilbert's second rattles around, no good. Maroons still lead by 10, a minute 33. There's Boyd into the lane, up, foul, can't convert. But Boyd will go to the line to try and bring the deficit back to single digits.
That's his fourth. That's the team's eighth. At the line for the Tigers, shooting 2 is Darian Boyd.
Boyd's first shot in. Substitution, checking out Caden Fralix, checking in John Davis for the Tigers. Boyd now back at the line.
Darian perfect this half.
Continues that streak.
6 out of 6.
Tigers.
8 out of 8.
Tigers now trail by 8. A minute 27 left in the game. And we're going to have a foul by Davis. That will send Marquise Parker to the line.
This point on both teams will be at the levels. At the line, Marquise.
And now Davis picking up his third foul, team's 8th. Puts Marquise Parker at the line for the 1-and-1. Parker's first shot converts it. Maroons with a 9-point lead. Parker stepping back up, hit his first. Back for his second, this one in as well. Maroons now up by 10, a minute 26 left in the ball game. Boyd gonna let this ball roll all the way to the midcourt line. Picks it up, some speed to get past Parker into the lane. A lot of contact, no call. Maroons coming the other way. Gilbert throws it up, no good. Cunningham can't get the putback. Second attempt, he will convert. And now the Maroons lead by 12, a minute 9. Here's Blaine. Blaine gets it for Riley. Tigers needing some points quickly. Riley holds, gets it over to Davis. Davis underneath the basket, able to convert. Makes it 65-55. Gilbert double teamed, is going to be fouled. And that will send Gilbert to the line. Davis picking up his fourth foul. Will be the team's 8th, and that will send Gilbert to the line. Caden Fralix checking into the game for the Tigers. They will replace Blaine.
At the line for Madison, attempting one of the bonuses, J.D. Gilbert.
Gilbert back at the line for the 1-and-1. This shot up and in. Be rewarded with his second. Maroons now lead by 11. Gilbert's second, not able to convert. Boyd able to come away with the rebound, 49 seconds. Boyd driving, holds it, gets it to Davis, a long 2, up no good, contested rebound, Riley able to get it and fouled by Cunningham. So Cunningham will send Jameer Riley to the line for 2. Or sorry, for the 1-and-1. My mistake on that one. Riley back at the line. This time for the 1-and-1. First shot off the mark. Casey able to get the rebound. Clock starts 39 seconds. White trying to go for the dunk, puts this one off the rim. As he was fouled as he started to make that run. That foul will go against Smiley. Will be Smiley's second. Team's 10th. Put White's at the line for 2. Misses his first. Second shot by White converts. Maroons lead 67-55, 33 seconds. Boyd to Smiley for 3. Smiley off the mark. Cunningham contested is able, and they're going to get Cunningham for a travel. A list of things I thought would be called on that one. Travel was very low on the list.
That was
Tigers
about 13th on my list.
Tigers hold on to the ball. We're going to have a foul. They'll wave it off, and Parker running through Davis. picks up the foul.
That's his second. And the line for the Tigers shooting.
And that will send John Davis to the line. Davis's first shot up and in.
That is another Keyshawn Stone. He replaces Marquise Parker.
Second shot by Davis will convert. Maroons to inbound. Get it to Cunningham. Cunningham throws it over for Casey. Casey able to put it away. Makes it 69-57, 13 seconds. Here comes Boyd. Long three taken. This one off the mark. Davis goes up for it. It's going to be rebounded by White. They'll hand off to Stone. Stone will let time expire, and that's the way we will end it. So at the end of the game, it's Madisonville North 69, Caldwell County 57. We'll take a 3-minute break and be back with your post game. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Good news. Penny Lyle Electric is doing it again. Yes, Penny Lyle Electric is helping develop the leaders of tomorrow by awarding 14 $1,000 scholarships to students in the Penny Lyle Electric service area, including scholarships to non-traditional students. Details and application forms are available now at each office of Penny Lyle Electric in Russellville, Elkton, Hopkinsville, and Peters. You may also print the details application forms on our website at www.pracc.com. That's www.pracc.com. Please do not wait until the last minute. Applications must be postmarked by April 15, 2018. At Penny Lyle Electric, we do more than sell electricity. We are planning and investing in the future by helping develop the leaders of the future. Penny Lyle Electric, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative, investing in the future.
Porter Gas Company is a full-service local and family-owned propane company offering services in Princeton, Cadiz, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Porter Gas is offering specials on propane. Porter Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Porter Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agricultural propane needs. Porter Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
This is Holly Van Hooser with the Woodall Agency in Princeton, Kentucky. Are you wanting the best options that meet your needs? If so, call our friendly and professional agents who are just a phone call away at 365-5541 or visit our website, woodallagency.com. We will give you a free quote for your home, auto, or even your business. We will get back with you on the best options that meet your needs. Our office is located at 110 West Washington Street. Call Woodall, y'all.
Howdy, folks. I'm Colonel Sanders here to tell you about KFC's $5 filler. Now, some people are saying that I'm just Regal McIntyre and that KFC is paid me to be the Colonel. But if that were true, how would I know my $5 fill-ups are full of a lot of delicious food? How would I know that you could get a real meal with 2 pieces of Kentucky Fried Chicken, mashed potatoes and gravy, a biscuit cookie, and a drink for just $5? It's not like I could just read it off the script designed to make you hungry. Or could I? KFC. It's thing I'm looking good.
Number 16, KFC only. Prices in there. Taxes and substitutions.
Have you been a victim of debit or credit card fraud? Farmers Bank and Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And welcome back to Maroon Gym, where it is post-game. Tigers dropping this one to Madisonville North Hopkins, 69-57. And what was a game that the Tigers really nothing to hang their heads on this one. We're down at 1 point, 19-2 in the first quarter, brought it back, briefly took the lead by 1, and from that point on, just Madisonville able to use their length and athleticism to take it the rest of the way.
And good, you have to pat the Tigers on the back tonight for remaining competitive after that 19-2 start by the Madisonville North Hopkins Maroons. For the Tigers tonight, we were outscored in the fourth quarter 21-19 and outscored 15-11 in the third quarter. Madisonville picking up an additional 6 points at that time with their 6-point lead at halftime to win here by 12 points. For the Tigers, a big night from Darian Boyd. Darian needing 24 points to get to 1,000, finishes tonight with 36 points, 21 in the first half, 15 in the second half, and he was 12 out of 14 from the free throw line. Had 9 two-point field goals, 2 3-pointers tonight for his 36 points. An excellent game from Cole Smiley tonight, 9 points, 2 coming in the first half and 7 coming in the second half for his 9 points. Cole 3 out of 3 at the free throw line as part of that 9-point effort tonight. And three players with 4 points each. Caden Fralix with 4 points, his coming in the first half. John Davis with 4 points, his coming in the second half on 1 field goal, 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. And Jameer Riley with 4 points, his coming in the second half. Total of 57 points for the Tigers. And here's something that really stands out. The Tigers, Eric, 19 out of 24 from the free throw line.
Very impressive.
And that just barely edged Madisonville. They were 17 out of 24 from the free throw line for their effort tonight here at the free throw line. For Madisonville, they're led by Marquise Parker with 17 points, 9 first half, 8 second half. 13 points for Kayshawn Casey, 7 first half, 6 second half. 17 points for Cade Cunningham, 8 first half, 9 second half. 11 points for Kenny White, 5 first half, 6 second half. 9 points for J.D. Gilbert, 2 in the first half, 7 in the second half. And 2 points for Keyshawn Stone, that coming in the first half. Again, I have Madisonville North Hopkins with 16 turnovers tonight. For the Tigers, have us with 13 turnovers, but trying to battle yourself back from a 19-2 deficit, Eric is asking a whole lot, but the thing that you take out of this is that if we don't get behind so much, they still hit some crucial threes, got a couple easy baskets along the way. We didn't out-rebound them, and we're going to turn it over to you, Coach K, is at the scorer's table. Just a minute.
And Coach, thanks for joining us. And overall, a great effort game by the guys.
I told them I loved watching them play for 28 minutes. They made me want to throw up the first 4 minutes. It was bad the first 4 minutes. We couldn't do anything right. And then the 28 minutes after that, it was like, wow, who is this team out there? We didn't do anything any different. We just found a way to get stops, and we were more aggressive and got what we want on the offensive end of the floor. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys all year long, that you got to play a complete game. Now, make no mistake, I'm proud of those guys in that locker room. They battled. It had been easy to roll over, and they didn't do that. Took the lead at one point and continued to play for the remainder of the game, and couldn't be more proud of them for that.
And that's something we talked about over here. It's not often whenever you're down 19-2 at one point that later on in the game you have the lead, especially in that same half. And I think that speaks of a lot of volumes about the fight and the determination of this group.
I agree. I thought, we had some guys that just kind of tried to take over the game, and were very successful in the first half, and we were very more aggressive. And it was fun to watch our guys battle back. We talk about one possession at a time, win every possession, and our guys bought into that there the last 28 minutes and got us back in the game.
And something kind of along the lines that we talked to Coach Thomas about after the girls' game, this is one of those games that you can really learn something from. And there's got to be some things that going forward, some motivation you can take from this game going forward, especially down this stretch to the postseason?
Yeah, absolutely. Madisonville's a solid team. Coach Bashir does a great job with them, and they have size, they have length, they have guys that can shoot the basketball, and you know, I hope our guys learn one thing, that we can compete with anybody. I think right now they're leading the region in wins, or if they're not, they're at the top 2 or 3. And we can compete with anybody when we come to play. But we don't have the luxury of, you know, only playing 28, 29 minutes. We got to play a full 32 to get the job done.
And one of the big positives coming out of this, Darren Boyd in this game, I believe we've got it where he has scored his 1,000th point for his career, and that's a huge accomplishment, especially for a junior.
It is. He can flat put the basketball in the hole. In the first half there, I'm seeing all those bubbles on Mr. Hayes' sheet there, putting the basketball in the hole. And when he does those things, the other guys around us, you know, we had some other guys that played pretty well tonight too. You know, Caden played pretty well, battled hard inside. Cole Smiley came off the bench and played very well. And just the last 28 minutes, it was a solid team effort.
And so looking ahead, I've got the schedule pulled up here. It looks like the next time that we'll be in, you guys will be in action, will be a big district game February 5th at Dawson. And then I know we've had a little bit of a change in the schedule for next week. It's a doubleheader, correct, on Tuesday?
It's a doubleheader, homecoming, and the boys will play first.
So just all kinds of things next week. I know with all that snow, a busy thing. Hopefully the snow stays away this week. But after this game, a couple days to kind of look back and reflect on it. What are some things you're hoping to see the guys improve on moving forward?
We want to take the momentum from the last 28 minutes and just try to keep that rolling. Like you said, we play a lot of games down the stretch. I think we have, 7 more guaranteed games, and then it starts the postseason. We want to make sure that we're, crossing those T's and dotting those I's the last 7 games, so that we're ready to go when the postseason starts. And if we can find a way to bottle up that 28 minutes, I like our chances.
All right, and just kind of last thing, just overall, seen a lot of good progression from the guys, especially from day one, that opening game with Lyon County to where we are now, improving tremendously, and so we're excited to see how they move forward, looking forward to next week.
Well, thank you. We got some guys that still got some bumps and bruises, and I'm not making any excuses. We just trying to put a full team out there. Still got some guys that are bumped and bruised, and still got some guys that are bumped and bruised and playing. So we just want to make sure that we're getting healthy, we're taking care of business, and that we continue to work hard and kind of see what happens.
Well, awesome. Well, we appreciate it, and best of luck to you going forward. Looking forward to calling the games.
Thank you, guys.
All right. Thanks, Coach. That was head coach Daniel Kukiko joining us as the Tigers drop this one to Madisonville North Hopkins 69-57. And what was, as we mentioned, a very hard-fought game. Looking forward, we're going to be back in action on the radio come Tuesday. It will be a doubleheader. It will also be homecoming night at Caldwell County High School. That will be a great matchup against Trigg County. The Tigers, I'm sure, will be looking to avenge that last-second buzzer beater that Kyrone Bingham handed them at Trigg County. So a little bit of opportunity for the Tigers to gain redemption come Tuesday.
Exactly, Eric. And I've got my schedule out here.
I believe I know we've had a couple changes.
Is Monday is a Dawson doubleheader in Princeton. Has that been changed?
I believe that's been changed. I think that Monday the girls will be at Hopkins Central. The guys may still be at Dawson. We'll have to double check with Coach K on that one.
Okay.
And then Tuesday will be the doubleheader with Trigg County that's been rescheduled. And then on Friday we'll have another doubleheader. And then that one, looking forward, I'm not sure off the top of my head who that one will be against.
Well, we've got just listen to the radio next week. I know there's been some changing around. Trigg County is set for homecoming next Friday.
That one, I think that one will be senior night next Friday. Homecoming will be on Tuesday. Yeah, so just a little bit of a change of schedule. All that snow, as it likes to do in West Kentucky at this time of year, throwing everybody off a little bit.
And also to note, when we were coming over here tonight, both the girls and the boys district will be at Caldwell County this year.
Awesome.
So we don't have to do any traveling for district week.
Always nice.
Yes.
Always nice. And so to kind of wrap us up here, Tigers will drop this one 69-57. We mentioned the district seeding pretty much set on the guys' side. I would expect to see Madisonville North as the number 1, Hopkins Central as the 2, Caldwell County as the 3, and Dawson Springs as the 4th. And as we mentioned, we will be back in action come Tuesday for a varsity doubleheader where it will be homecoming at Caldwell County High School against the Trigg County Wildcats. Always a fun game to call those, that close rivalry between the 2 neighboring counties. And so, as we mentioned, to wrap things up, Tigers will look to rebound, and Lady Tigers will look to rebound next week as they take on some big district opponents and regional opponents. As always, we appreciate our sponsors who make this one possible for us to broadcast this for our student athletes. And reminder that you can always listen locally on 103.3 FM. You can always check out the live stream as well on www.wpkyonline.com, or simply go to YouTube and search WPKY, and that should send you in the right direction. And so as we sign this thing out, this has been Eric Jacobs here alongside Bob Hayes and Darren Lewis, bringing you all the Lady Tiger and Tiger basketball action. We wish you a safe night and enjoy your weekend. You've been listening to Tigers basketball here on 103.3 The Tiger.
Caldwell County Tiger and Lady Tiger basketball brought to you tonight by Princeton Electric Plantford, High Shoes Incorporated, Planters Bank, Community Medical Clinic, McDonald's, Caldwell Medical Center, First Southern National Bank, Meanwhile Rural Electric, Gordner Gas Company, the Woodall Agency, KFC A&W, McGregor Group Heating and Air, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, Jeff Rousseau, Attorney at Law, Cozy Living, Interior Boutique, Milligan's Funeral Home, and Fredonia Valley Bank.
From the WPKY Weather Center, here's a look at the latest local forecast on 103.3 FM, The Tiger.
And tonight we will have some increasing clouds come through our area with lows down around 21.